All right, everybody, and welcome back to SAFC Fan TV. Today, Sunderland are taking on Plymouth Argyle away at Home Park, their home stadium. And joining me to watch the game, first and foremost, is Philly. How you doing, Phil?
I'm not bad. I'm not going to tell you what I've been doing today because you already know what I've been doing.
You've been grafting.
I have been grafting. And just very quickly, before we go any further, we delivered to someone. I'm sorry, but I didn't get your name. But a guy on Brockenhurst Drive today up at Hastings Hill was chatting to. He said he watches the show and stuff like that. So quick shout out to him. Thanks for tuning in. Back to you, Jack, in the studio.
In the studio, my bedroom this time, not my mum's office. A bit of a change of set. We're also joined there down the bottom by Mr. Michael Bowers. Michael, how are you getting on today?
I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to do a bit of research into Plymouth's lineup just to try and look professional, but I'm doing all right. How are you doing yourself, Jack?
I'm all right, mate. Bit tired today, as I was sitting to Phil, and he decided to have a go at us for it, but, you know.
Did you stay up past your bedtime last night, like?
Michael, I didn't get back until the early hours of the morning, working late into the night, like the top grafter.
Oh, okay.
I am, of course. SAFC Fan TV's newest and top grafter, rivaling Phil. Right, anyway, of course, we're going to get on to football. Sunderland today line up like this. In goal is number 1, Lee Burge. Number 2, Conor McLaughlin. Number 5, Bailey Wright. Number 6, Max Power. Number 11, Lennon Gooch. Number 13, Luke O'Neill. Number 14, Josh Gowan. Number 21, Jack Diamond. Number 27, Jordan Jones. Number 33, Denver Hill. And number 31 is Ross Stewart. Substitutes this afternoon: Chris Maguire, Aidan O'Brien, Adam Matthews, Ronnie Matthews, Grant Lepida, Conor McFadden, Carl Winchester, and Ollie Younger. Michael, I'll go to you first on this. Sunderland's lineup today looks like a 4-2-3-1. Charlie Wyke misses out for Ross Stewart. Looks like McLaughlin, Wright, Power, McLaughlin, Wright, O'Neill, and Hume at the back. Are you pleased with that?
Sorry, mate. Can I just quickly jump in and just say that we are live, which means you can join us via the live chat if you want to do that, and we'll get onto that shortly. Sorry, Michael. Back to you.
No, it's all right. That's right. Back in the studio. I'm fairly, given that Wyke and McGeady aren't playing, I think I'm fairly content with that side. I would prefer massively O'Neill to be at right back and McLaughlin partner and right at centre half, but I think it's going to be the other way around. I think it's going to be McLaughlin at right back and then Wright and O'Neill centre half. To be honest, McLaughlin, I think we've got to try and get him some minutes in anyway, because obviously we're a little bit stretched, to say the least, at the back. So the more minutes we get these players, the better. McGeady, I think apparently he still had issues with his ankle or his foot, and he's now got a bit of a broken nose or something. I saw someone put on social media, so I could be wrong on that. But regardless, given that Wyke and McGeady are both out, for me, I don't see any reason why that side shouldn't be winning this game. Simple as that. I think Stewart needs to get a goal. We need to have other players step up, and we've still got to guarantee a place in the playoffs yet, because that's still not mathematically done.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We've got to win one of our final remaining 2 games to get ourselves into the playoffs. I think if another team draw or lose, then I think that confirms it as well. But on the lineup, Michael, of course, you're touching there with McGeady and Wyke missing out today. Do you think that's been done with an eye in the playoffs, resting these players going into what could be, what is a crucial 2 games and hopefully final?
I hope that's the reason if they're out. I've got a hunch they might, but either one of them might be injured. But still, if it is them being rested for the playoffs, then yeah, hopefully that's a wise thing to do, I think.
Finger wagging Phil, I can say you want him.
Thank you very much. Apparently, McGeady has got a swollen foot and a broken nose, so to speak. And I believe Wyke has got, I think he's got a thigh strain or something like that. A bit like I had on our 5-a-side. So apparently they are out with injury, but, well, that's the official line. So back to you, Michael, in your...
Yeah, well, to be honest, if they've both got minor injuries, then it may give them an extra bit of a rest period for the playoffs. I know I've said that playoffs aren't mathematically guaranteed yet, but there's a chance we might not even need another point. And obviously we don't want us to lose the next 2 games, but we've got the table in front of us now. We're still 5 points clear of 7th. Charlton have got a game in hand, but bearing in mind Charlton's last 2 fixtures are Lincoln and Hull. And then you've got Oxford, Portsmouth. So basically, we need a point to guarantee, all but guarantee finishing above Oxford, and 2 points to finish, all but guarantee finishing above Portsmouth. But obviously, a win today is more than ideal, just to sort of make sure that we get top 6. And I hope we get it. And then against Northampton, we can think, right, let's go out and play with a bit of freedom. I mean, we should be doing that anyway, but go out and play with a bit of freedom. And if Northampton are already relegated, hit them while they're low. But yeah, as for the lineup, as good as what we could hope for, given who's missing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a decent opportunity, really, with our 2 games we're in. And now, obviously, we've got Northampton, who look as if they're going to go down. They are in the relegation places as we speak. And then Plymouth today, of course, they're doing decent, a lot higher in the table, but they've got nothing to play for at the moment. I think it's mathematically impossible for them to go up or go down in any capacity. And I think these 2 games are really good for us to look to build momentum, as well as confirming our playoff spot, but actually building momentum going into them. Because if you go to the playoffs in bad form, you're not doing yourself any favours. I mean, Michael, I go back to Charlton in our first season in League One. They kind of had a good run of form towards the end of the season, kind of what we were looking to do before we dropped off. And then they came into the playoffs and won. Now I know Doncaster in the semi-final probably backed them to beat us, and we were terrible in the final anyway. But regardless, Charlton were full of confidence and full of full of form when you're going into those playoffs. And the playoffs is a lottery, but you need to have the confidence and the rhythm. You can't be going into them without a settled squad, I think. And to have a settled squad, you need to win games. But Phil, I can see we've got a super chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. I've got to give a big shout out to Kevin Hayden, who's donated £5 via the super chat. Thank you very much to you for that. Don't forget, it is free to comment on the live chat. However, we do have the super chat activated, and it's your choice if you want to donate via a super chat. It will help the channel grow a little bit quicker. And on that point, we will say at the time of going to air, we are just 15 subscribers away from 6,000. So if you if you're watching and you're not a subscriber, it's free to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. Let's see if we can get the 6,000 today. That would be superb. Back to you, Jack, in the studio.
In the studio, of course. Yeah, Michael, just another talking point. Now we've touched on it a little bit. Well, not really, but Ross Stewart coming in today. We've talked about how Wyke's not in the squad today, but Stewart coming in at the starting lineup, Michael. He's faced a fair bit of criticism, I think, from a lot of other fans I've seen on social media or on podcasts and YouTube and stuff like that. But I don't think he's as bad as people are making out. In fact, I don't think he's had much of an opportunity to shine. I think he looks as if he's a good physical presence. He's a tall lad. He's got a bit more pace than Wyke, a bit more strength. Looks as if he can be a bit more of a physical outlet, a bit more of a target man, someone to aim for, as opposed to Wyke, who can just kind of be a poacher, which has its place at times, but sometimes you need someone to do a bit more of the overall game. Are you happy to see Ross Stewart in there to do well? Or rather, Michael, are you hopeful that he can be a good impact for us going forward?
I'd hope so. He's got the chance. It's up to him to make sure whether he takes it or not. I do agree with you that I think I've seen, and fans are entitled to their own opinion, obviously. But for me, I think I've seen some fans write Stewart off a little bit too quickly. Well, in fact, not quite a bit too quickly, in my opinion. He's barely played any games. He's been playing second fiddle to Wyke since he's come in, and Wyke's not going to be dropped. At least, well, obviously he's been dropped today, but that's probably because of injury. But until recently, Wyke hasn't been dropped, and he's not going to. He's got It's only got like 25 year league goals this season. I don't think Ross Stewart was going to get in ahead of him realistically. And at the minute, we tend to play more. I mean, I know we tend to switch formations and all that, but whether we play 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, we tend to only play one central forward, either way, whatever formation we use. And Stewart just doesn't have Stewart, I suppose, just hasn't been able to find his way in. But the games I've watched of him, I think he's looked fairly busy. I think he looks to get around the pitch, and I know people can go, oh, he just runs about. Well, I'm getting quite tired of hearing that. I think that sometimes doing simple things like that can help a team out massively. Obviously, look, I mean, he scored on his debut, didn't he, against Accrington? So, one way or another, there's something in him. I'd like to think there's something in him. Otherwise, I'm hoping we wouldn't have spent a few $100,000 on him. So, like I said, it's up to him whether he takes the opportunity or not.
Yeah, I mean, even goals aside, I think he looks as if he's a bit more of a target man and someone you can aim for when we're playing these long balls up the line that likes Max Power likes to do from right back. But to be honest, we do them all over, really. There's long balls into the channels and centrally as well, trying to cross into the box. And as much as Wyke is a decent goal scorer inside the box, his conversion rate's been very decent this season. He's scored a lot of goals, one touch Charlie Wyke's been his nickname, really. I think overall, in terms of his gameplay, I think he does tend to struggle in terms of being the target man, running the channels, winning headers to bring other players into play. Like, if it's not inside the box to convert, I don't think he can do much overall. He's not the most physical player in the world. And I think that's why I've seen him benefit with O'Brien, but you can only really do that if you go with a 2 up top system, or rather 2 in midfield. And I think we've just seen that 4-3-3 has been too effective for us. But I think today, Michael, it looks like it's a 4-2-3-1. Maybe I don't know. Looks like 4-2-3-1 to me. But Philly, I can see you wanting in there very quickly.
Well, on the One Football app here, it says it's 4-2-2-2, and there's a lot of people on the chat are sort of arguing over the formation, different ones. So, we've been told it's a 4-2-3-1. Is that what we was?
I think 4-2-3-1 and 4-2-2 are quite interchangeable. It's just that second striker who would probably be Gooch playing off Stewart, drops into the midfield a little bit more.
Right. Just very quickly, can we go to the chat, give some shouts out down here? Already, Taffy Mackham says Plymouth at 5-1 is a license to print money with the Wyke and Geeds out. Fair point. Swan 269, who's our friend from ESPN Plus over in the States, says good morning from Charlotte, my fine fellows. Today we turn the corner. You'll get a big Bowers clap from me today. So we do like
love
the
it.
big Bowers clap. Stu Shaw says show's just started and 3 plums with thumbs down. Really must be from a rival. It's actually 6 thumbs down now, but there you go. It doesn't matter. It's all about opinions. If you like, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. And Chris Law says, is it not classed as child labour working at your age, Jack? So back to you in the studio.
Very funny. Back to me in the studio. Yes, of course. So is Michael we've got Stewart up top, and then it's either going to be 3 behind or 2 out wide and 1 next from, however you're going to look at it. But it's Diamond, Jones, and Gooch. Couple of them a few of them players seem to divide opinion quite a lot. Gooch in particular. Obviously, McGee's missing out. Looks as if it's due to an injury. You might just be resting him. But how hopeful are you that those 3 can create some chances and cause some problems today?
Well, I hope they've got quite enough in the tank to cause problems. And I said this to you two before I came on air, that Plymouth have got the joint second worst defence along with Rochdale this season. They both conceded 76 goals in 44 games. And only Swindon, who obviously, of course, have been relegated, have conceded more goals. They've conceded 84. So I'm not being funny. Whoever we were going to play today, if we don't score a couple of goals today, I'll be a bit disappointed. I think that you've just got to look at. Apparently, and I also heard. I've looked at a couple of things on Plymouth. Apparently, Plymouth tend to be, at least from what one of the fans on an interview with it might have been one of these social media sites, has said that apparently Plymouth tend to be a really good first half side, and apparently second half they don't tend to turn up. So if that's the case, just keep them at 0-0 for half time and then pull them away second half. There's a strategic thing for you. But with you look at that side, if the chemistry's there on the pitch, which I'd like to hope it would
just
be.
Like it is on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. If the chemistry and fluidity is as good on the pitch as it is on our streams, then we should be. I would like to think we should be fine. I think we're definitely going to get chances. We just need to take them. And I think Jacob agreed with us on Thursday as well, that I think we need to start keeping clean sheets again. I know the Plymouth tend to play a bit of an attacking style of football, and obviously they can afford to now. They can't go down. I looked at their position. I think they're 18th in the league. But they're like 9 points above the bottom 3. So they're not going to finish any lower realistically than 18th or 19th. So they've got. You could argue them having nothing to play for could work one or two ways. Either they're going to play with more freedom and we'll have more problems, or have half an eye on the beach. I know obviously that Ryan Lowe, Plymouth's manager, is not going to want that, but it all depends. Like I keep saying, with every game, it depends on what Sunderland team turns up.
Yeah, exactly. I think looking at it, there's enough in there to create chances at the very least. Gooch, as much as he's had quite a few poor performances this season in particular, I think he has proven that he's still prone to creating chances and scoring goals. You go back to Wembley when he had an awful game, really, but he got the goal. You go to Oxford where he spent the first half losing the ball and not really being anything useful. Then all of a sudden he pops up with the goal and then creates McGeady's chance as well. And there's other ones in there as well. I think Gooch, as much as he doesn't always perform brilliantly. He will create something basically, or score and create something or score in basically every game that he plays. Diamond, I think, he lacks that bit end product, but he's got that ability to terrify defenders when he's running at them. And we saw against Accrington Stanley just what he can do, really, when he pretty much ran the length of the pitch and slid the ball into power. That's what the type of things Diamond can do. He's a great athlete. He's a great runner. And Jones, we all know how great Jones can be. Hasn't been at it in a few games lately, but then, against Hull, he was great as well. So I think we've definitely got enough in there to cause some problems and definitely create some chances. I mean, interestingly enough with Plymouth, Michael, and we're going to read their lineup out in just a moment, but I think Luke Jeffcott is missing, and he's been banging.
He's on the bench
for them this season. He's on the bench, but I'm sure you'll know how many goals he's got this season. I know he's been banging them in, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's got. Hang on, here's the stats. Luke Jeffcott scored 18 goals this season. I think he's got something like 1 assist. And then we've got someone called Niall Ennis. Apparently, Jeffcott's hasn't been doing as well in front of goal recently. And since January, Niall Ennis, one of the Plymouth's January signings, has scored 6 goals. Apparently, Niall Ennis has been scoring the goals mainly for Plymouth recently. Do you want me to read out Plymouth's lineup now?
Yes, Michael. Well, Dino's not here, actually. He's dropped us in it. So, Michael, this is your honour, your privilege.
First of all, before Phil says anything, happy belated birthday to Dino. Hopefully he's not too hungover today.
Right. I was going to say, Dino isn't with us because it was his birthday yesterday, and he's actually going out today. So he's actually celebrating that today. So we'll let him off for that. Right. Michael, to you with the Plymouth lineup.
Right, okay. Bear in mind, I'm going to get at least 1 or 2 of these names wrong here, but here we go. According to the BBC website, Plymouth have got a 4-4-2 formation. We've got Cooper in goal, and then a back four of Edwards, Watts, Opeku, I think that's how it's called, Law, and then a midfield 4, again, according to the BBC, of Pereira Kamara, Fauna, Grant and Mayer, and then a front 2 of Hardy and of course Niall Ennis. Now I think Hardy's Ryan Hardy, possibly on loan from Rangers, or at least an ex-Rangers striker of some sort. You can tell I haven't kept up with them that much, but there you go. That is what the team seems to. Again, according to the BBC, that's what the team is. And so if that's true, we're playing against what looks to be a flat 4-4-2.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Edwards at right back. You said I think he played in midfield with Dobson at Walsall. I noticed that he got their player of the season. But I think he's originally a centre midfielder and he's covering at right back. So bit of a Luke 09 in there. I think he's one of their key players. But again, Luke Jeffcott missing out. I mean, I know you're saying he's been missing the goals recently, Michael. But I mean, I think with Plymouth, Michael, I think the main thing for me going into today is that they don't have much to play for. Well, nothing to play for. It's mathematically impossible, I believe, for them to go up or go down in any capacity.
It is.
And it is as much as we tend to do better under pressure a lot of the times when we're playing against the better sides. I mean, if we come out of this today without a result, we don't even deserve to go via the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's an argument for that. I mean, obviously, I know the argument is for whether you deserve to go by the playoffs is how you do in the playoffs. But I do get your point. It would be very poor from our perspective, not the way, even with the form we've been on. Because as everyone knows by now, we are bottom of the form table based on the last 6 games, I think. So, but if you look at the last 5 games, I think Plymouth have, if I'll tell you, Plymouth's last 5 results, lost 3-0 to Shrewsbury, lost 3-0 to Hull, drew 1-1 at Burton, and that was followed by a 6-0 home defeat at the hands of Charlton, and then they lost last week. They lost 3-1 away at Oxford. So to be fair to Plymouth, they've played a side that's going to win the league and 2 sides that are pushing for the playoffs. So they haven't exactly had the easiest of run-ins over the last few games. But from our perspective, for me, there's just no excuse not to win. Like I said, Peterborough went there and scored 3. Hull went there and scored 3. Charlton, who are below us, went there and scored 6. And I know that doesn't mean we're going to score that many goals. I mean, Christ, we never seem to score more than 2 goals a game at the moment. Well, obviously, apart from the Accrington game, you've got to win. You've got to get a good result today. And like I said, if you could win this game, then it eases the pressure in the Northampton game. Because then all that's really at stake for Northampton, if we win today, is where in the playoffs we're going to finish. Not are we going to finish in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, I just think going into the day, it's one of those games where they've got very little, if anything, to play for. Probably at most is just wanting to finish the season well to go out on a high. But like I say, they've not really got anything to play for. But I mean, do you think, Michael, though, that could actually play against us? Because at times we tend to do better when maybe not the underdogs, but we've got our backs against the wall slightly. We've got to make the grade a bit more because we're playing against a more difficult opposition.
Yeah, well, you could argue that. You could argue that, like I said earlier, I think with Plymouth, they could think, well, we can play with freedom. We've got nothing to lose. We can't go down. There's no relegation battle. Like I said, they're on 53 points and then 9 points above the relegation zone with 2 games left. So obviously, mathematically, can't get relegated. They're already safe. They're obviously well below the playoff mix. So it's more or less a lower mid-table position for them. So again, that could work against us because Plymouth will think, go and attack them. Go for it. We've got nothing to lose. Let's just go for it and just play with a bit of freedom. But again, like I've said before, it all depends what Sunderland's application is going into this game. And I've always stressed that from day one, that I think this Sunderland squad has got more in it than people seem to think it does. And I think that tight games like today are games that, I'm sorry, I do expect to win. And we have to earn it. I want to stress that before the game kicks off. We have to earn the victory. We haven't got a God-given right to go and win anywhere. But it doesn't mean you can't expect results. Yeah, no, oh God, don't get us started on that. But yeah, then, it's again like Accrington. The reason why we have, and from our perspective, the reason why we haven't been pushing for top 2 towards the very, 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 very end of the season is games like the reverse fixture of this game, where we lost 2-1 at home to Plymouth, where we lost away at Shrewsbury, where we drew against Accrington, lost twice to Wigan, Bristol Rovers, Rochdale, not beating MK Dons. Those are the games that have done it, and those are the games that this season we've tended to come more unstuck when we shouldn't be really if we're wanting to go up. The fortunate thing from our perspective, if you want to look at it this way, is that we've already there's a possibility, like Phil said, we could have already massed enough points to actually finish in the top 6. But as you've also said, I want to win these next 2 games and go and get some confidence and change the mood, because like that, it can change. The mood can change with 1 win or 1 good performance.
Yes. Anyway, Phil, we haven't been to you on today's game, and you're always confident. How are you feeling going into today's fixture? You feeling good about it?
I'm always positive with Sunderland, and until Michael mentioned about Plymouth having the worst defensive record in the league and stuff like that, and that now is nailed on for a clean sheet by them.
Yeah, more than likely.
No, I'm confident, and looking at the team, McLaughlin back, Hume back, Jones in the team, and hopefully, Stewart, if Stewart can get up there and bang them in, I'm quite happy with that team. Remains to be seen what the formation is. There's different ones banded about, but definitely confident for today. Before we go on, I want to say thank you to Ben Akel Marks, apparently, who's subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much to you for that. 147 people now watching the stream. We've got 57 likes. We like to hit 200 on a live stream. So if you just want to hit the thumbs up, it'll take you a second to do that. And don't forget, we are closing in on 6,000 subscribers. We'd like to do that today. So if you're watching and you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free. And it'll take you a second to do, and that'll help us in the process of growing our channel. Back to you, Jack.
In the studio.
In the studio. Go on then.
Michael, I want to throw something out here. So our defence today, obviously, McLaughlin, Wright, 09 and Hume. Ollie Younger on the bench. I've been calling for him to get a chance for a little while. I think we're having a lot of problems at centre-back as of late. And I think with him being like a natural defender, that's where he's grown up to play. I think as well, if the lad isn't going to get a chance now, then when is he? We're in League One. He's 21. He's not exactly a child. He's coming into the years when you're expecting to be playing relatively regular first-team football. If he's not going to get a chance now, then when is he? And any time I've seen him defensively, I've been quite impressed with him. I think he's been very solid. Would you have rather see him in the back four today, or even in a different defensive setup? Would you rather see him coming today?
With Younger, I've only seen him once, and that was against Rochdale, and he did fairly well, but I didn't think Rochdale offered all that much going forward. So he probably had a better game, and he was at right back there, to be fair. Put it this way, if playoffs are already secured before the Northampton game, I would not be shocked to see him play against Northampton, actually. We've got to try and keep minutes, so we've got to try and keep it. If McLaughlin was at centre-back with Bailey Wright, I've got no problem with that. I think that should be a competent enough back line for this league. and it means that I'd rather have 09 at right back, like I've said before, because the right back 09 can offer more going forward, whereas McLaughlin isn't as good as getting forward and back up the pitch quite quickly. Whereas if McLaughlin stays at centre back, then he's actually been quite solid. But as for Younger, I do get your point, and I think I've said this, Dino said it as well. When you're not going to be ready for Sunderland in League One, then when are you going to be ready to play for work? This is the lowest point in our history, and theoretically, it's the best chance you're going to have of breaking through.
Well, exactly. And I just think we've had a lot of problems defensively now, and it's got to be the perfect time to give him a shot. For I'm not going to say one in, just one second. I think Bailey Wright, since he's come back in, just hasn't hit the ground running as he normally would. A lot of fans are saying it's down to the system we're playing with, it being a 4-4-2. The four at the back, I should say, and they say he does better at back three. Yeah, potentially. There's also, as he came back from injury pretty quickly, he's not been gradually reintroduced back to the team. It was, as soon as he was fine, it was get back in the side. A bit rusty potentially, but I just think regardless, we need to sort it out. 09 as well, he's starting to make quite a lot of mistakes. I think he's starting to expose himself as not a natural composed defender, and that's not really an attack on 09 because I hate criticising him because he's got such a great attitude and he's everything that's right with a footballer in my opinion. But I just think his time at centre back, I think that the sooner it comes to an end, the better, because he's done a great job for the most part, but he's just starting to get a bit exposed recently and to being prone to the odd mistake. And I just think, like I say, if you can't make it in the side now as a 21-year-old in League One for Sunderland, then why are we even keeping these people on contracts? If you're 21 years old, you kind of play in League One for Sunderland, you're not going to be here in a year's time to do anything, are you really? Anyway, Phil, I know you wanted in just a moment ago.
Just very quickly, Max Power put something on, calling us a disgrace for being on here when there's the protest about online abuse. I just want to say it's quite ironic that you're calling us a disgrace when this is all about online abuse, and you're doing that. You're doing exactly that. What we're doing here on SAFC Fan TV, we have a lot of viewers from around the world. We offer a service to them, and that is what we're doing. We are still, SAFC Fan TV are in full support of the campaign to stop online abuse. We're fully behind that. All we are doing is offering a service to our overseas and other Sunderland fans who rely on this service we give. Also, I want to say a big thank you once again to Marianne Carlo from Boston, Massachusetts, donated $3 via the super chat. So thank you very much, Marianne Carlo. Don't forget, all the donations go to help the channel grow that bit quicker. Back to you, Jack, in the studio.
Yeah, a comment from Brian Holiday there saying Bailey, I'm assuming he means right, needs a faster, more mobile player next to him. And I think that's a fair point because Bailey Wright, he's not exactly like a mobile defender. He's been great at times for us, and he's shown his quality at times. Not recently as much, but certainly when he first came into the side. And I think probably, aside from as of late, really, he's not been in great form as of late. But I think he has shown his quality as a great defender, really. But when you are prone to being a little bit slow and a bit sluggish, having quite a pacey centre back just to cover for you for those odd times really helps you out. And I think that's where Deon Sanderson could have came in, and we never really got to see them build much of a relationship, because it kind of Sanderson got injured as soon as Wright came back in. Around the same time, so I think I would really like to see them together. 09 again, and then him being prone to the same mistakes as well. You don't have that pace to cover 09, whereas if 09 made a mistake previously, Sanderson's ability caused him to get there. And I just think that's potentially why we're struggling a bit. Anyway, lads, we'll be kicking off very soon. Which we want to quickly go around and get everyone's score prediction. I've predicted a 1-1, a Jack Ross special. Some people might call us a bit negative for that, but here's what it is. Michael, your score prediction for today?
Plymouth 2, Sunderland 3.
Right, positivity. And Phil?
Plymouth 0, Sunderland 2.
Right. Anyway, the lads are out on the pitch. Michael, do you want to take over for the first 15 minutes of commentary?
Yep, sound. Well, my stream's just playing up a little bit. Oh, here we go. Right. So number 21 for Plymouth. Let me see if I can get this right, which is Niall Ennis, is standing over the ball. So it looks like Plymouth are going to get the kick-off. So we're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. Plymouth, of course, tacking from right to left in the first half. Sunderland left to right. Just waiting for the referee to work through his...
I thought he was watching our stream. I thought Max Power was watching our stream. He must have had it on in the dressing room. He's on the pitch.
Multitasking, Jack. Multitasking.
Exactly.
We can do it as well. Waiting for the referee. He's blown the whistle. The players are just about to take the knee. Well, not just about. They are taking the knee. Waiting for it. The knee has been taken. Niall Ennis is still standing over the ball and the centre. And now we have kick-off. So Plymouth again have kicked off the game. Here we go. Long ball forward. Really Wright's managed to head it. It's come out. It's come back towards Plymouth. This is Ryan Laws, I think. Ryan Laws. So if you see me looking down on my notes a few times, it's just to familiarise myself with who Plymouth have playing. Anyway, Sunderland have won the ball back. Josh Scowen's passed it back to Bailey Wright. Now it's with Luke O'Nien. And it looks like we were correct in assuming that Luke O'Nien is with Bailey Wright in centre-back and Conor McLaughlin is at right-back. So here we go. Jordan Jones passed back towards Luke O'Nien. Now it's with Max Power towards the centre. Now it's got Bailey Wright on the ball again. Sunderland, of course, wearing their traditional red and white kit. They've got red shorts, which in some way looks better than the black shorts. Sunderland have Ross Stewart as well as giving away a throw-in to Plymouth. So anything in the comments there, Jack?
Yeah, I mean, I can have a look at the comments. I'm not got them up at the moment.
Okay, I'll continue then, just because we're back in. I'll continue. Go on, Jack, quick.
Acacia is saying Plymouth 0, Sunderland 2, Jordan Jones double, apparently.
I'll take that. Any sort of victory. It'd be nice to keep a clean sheet as well, but whether we keep one's another matter. Anyway, I'll quickly put out another stat for you just to depress you, and hopefully this will come to an end. It's been a month since we've last won, because we won on Good Friday, 2nd of April, against Oxford, and we haven't won since. So there you go. There you go. Now we're going to try and have the stats. Hopefully that will come to an end today. Anyway, Plymouth have got hold of the ball. It's
time to end it, Michael.
I know, of course it is. Of course. Well, so I'm telling you, Streaky Lee will win our next 5 games and win the playoffs. There you go. There's your motivation. Anyway, Plymouth are passing around the back. Plymouth are just passing it around the back. They've cleared it forward towards the left-hand side. There, left or right. It's Niall Ennis who's passed it back towards number 50 is Conor Grant, but of course that's irrelevant now because they've got it round to their right back, which is Joe Edwards, passing it forward towards Ryan Hardy. Amid a challenge from Josh Scowen, Plymouth have still got the ball. Now it's with Ryan Law, who's at left back for them. Jack Dyer is trying to put him under pressure. Plymouth have still got the ball here, number 10 for them. And I think it looks like we could have given a foul away. No, it doesn't look like it. The referee's letting play go on. Anyway, Josh Scowen's won the ball. Max Power passed it back to Bailey Wright, back to Max Power. Jack Diamond's just on the right-hand side there, which it looks like he's not going to pass towards him. He's going to switch it across the field to Luke O'Nien, who's trying to bring the ball out of defence. And then you've got Denver Hume ahead of him at left back. Luke O'Nien's still on the ball. He's dinked it across towards the right-hand side. Is Jack Diamond going to get there? He isn't quite able to manage it. No, he's managed to keep it in. He's managed to keep hold of the ball. Lyndon Gooch has come to receive it. Cross on the right-hand side. It's been deflected out for a Sunderland corner. Jack, any comments now quickly?
Well, I tell you what, Michael, just one thing I want to say, right? One thing I quick want to put in for. I know we've only been playing for just less than 3 minutes, but this has got to be one of the we just look very energised. We look up for it today. From the second the first whistle's blown up until this point, we just seem to be at them and into the game straight away. There seems to be no hesitancy. We're just at the races a bit, it seems. I know we've only been playing 3 minutes, but I'm pleased with the start. Like, we look a lot more aggressive.
Anyway, here we go. Jordan Jones about to take the corner from the right-hand side. Corner's whipped into the box. Is anyone going to head onto it? No, it's not. It's come out to Bailey Wright. Shot has been blocked, and it's going to be going out for a Sunderland throw-in, I think. No, not quite. Josh Scowen's going to keep hold of possession. Niall Ennis was on his tail there. He's passed it towards Denver Hume. Now it's with Lyndon Gooch just after the centre circle. Max Power. He's put a ball forward through to the right-hand side of Jack Diamond. Who's not going to be able to keep that in. The pass was a bit too heavy, and it's out for a Plymouth goal kick. Sorry, Phil, you were wanting to say something earlier, weren't you?
I've got my eye on the comments down here, Michael. So if you want to come to the comments, I'll sort those out. Jack Dodds for manager. Jeff Holcroft says, and we've just checked on the subscribe count. We are 6 subscribers away from 6,000. So the 6 people there who've not yet subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. And we'll be on 6,000 as we are live on air. Back to you, Michael, in the studio.
Thank you very much from the fellow studio. Anyway, Plymouth are attacking down at the right-hand side. We're just waiting to see if we can get the ball off. And it looks like John. No, he hasn't conceded a free kick on the right. Anyway, Lyndon Gooch has got the ball now. Pass it to Max Power. Plymouth putting under a bit of pressure. Now it's with Conor McLaughlin, who's of course returned to the side at right back. Power's dinking the ball forward. Is Ross Stewart going to get to that? He hasn't quite been able to, but Lyndon Gooch is able to get to it. But he's got like 3 players in front of him. There was an appeal for a Sunderland free kick there, but not quite given. This is Conor Grant. Yeah, it's Conor Grant coming forward with the ball. And he's passed towards number 10, who's Danny Mayer, who's coming up against Conor McLaughlin. Danny Mayer still on the ball. There's space down the right-hand side for Plymouth. And they tried to get a ball through towards, I think that was Niall Ennis. No, it wasn't Niall Ennis. Anyway, the pass through has failed and Lee Burgess got hold of the ball. He's rolled it short towards Bailey Wright in Sunderland's penalty area. Passed it across the back again towards Luke O'Nien. Denver Hume and Josh Gowan's ahead of him. Oh, so is Josh Gowan going left back, is he? Anyway, Josh Gowan's got hold of the ball back to Luke O'Nien. He's got Max Power just ahead of him, but he's going to switch it again towards the right-hand side of the pitch for the Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright's probably going to hoop this forward. No, he's not. He's managed to pass it towards Jack Diamond, who's kept hold of possession here. Number 15's managed to dispossess him. But Jack Diamond's managed to keep hold of the ball. It was a Sunderland free kick, actually. My mistake. I would try and ask you what's going to happen. I won't try and ask you for the comments, but we're going to probably take this again any second. Max Power's on it, which he has taken the free kick. What am I saying? Jack Diamond is with Conor McLaughlin. Now it's Bailey Wright. Now it's with Luke O'Nien. Towards our left, Plymouth's right-hand side, just before the centre circle. Josh Gowan's got a bit of pressure on, but he's managed to keep hold of the possession. It's back to Bailey Wright, as lovely mate Conrad would say. Now Conor McLaughlin, interchange with Max Power. Max Power, for the minute, is in the right-back position. Now it's with Jack Diamond, who's managed to miscontrol the ball, and it is out for a Plymouth throw-in. Now, Phil, anything on the comments?
Tom Wallace, friend of the show, says 6K, our first goal. What's going to come first? Steve M73 says hello from Glasgow. Hugo, our friend in Portugal, is watching over there as well. We're back in play, Michael.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Plymouth took the throw in, but it's just pretty much more head tennis. Although Sunderland have just won a free kick, just as I started talking, which is so typical.
6
anyway,
minutes, 20 seconds.
I'll tell you what, Phil, I'll ask you, what are your thoughts on the first 6 minutes?
Like Jack says, it's we're pushing. I mean, it's one of them things. No disrespect to Plymouth, but it's Plymouth, you know what I mean? But it's all positive.
That is still going to get quoted in memes when we lose, like.
Well, you know, I mean, and you said Plymouth were better first half anyway, so it's all promising signs, isn't it? So
yeah,
I think back to you in the studio.
We'll look a lot more aggressive today than we have in recent weeks. Like lethargic is the last word I would use to describe this opening few minutes. We just look like interested in getting at them and winning the game. It's just an initial observation. Like.
Well, hopefully that continues. Anyway, well, speaking of looking aggressive and interested, we've managed to force Plymouth into making a mistake. And I think Plymouth have got a throw in. Don't quite know why anyway. This is Ryan Law who's looking to take it. And he's thrown it quickly backwards towards, I think that is Jerome Opoku. And I could have that name completely wrong. So if there's any Plymouth fans watching, I apologise. It's Kellen Watts, who's now passing it back to Joe Edwards. John Jones tried to put him under a bit of pressure, but he's managed to pass it forward. Sunderland are pressing quite a bit, actually, and we've not got a free kick because there was a Sunderland player down there anyway. Plymouth have launched the ball forward. Bailey Wright's on it. He's got, I'll try to think of number 20. And Plymouth have still got the ball on the right-hand side and now passed it backwards towards Tyrese Forner. Now it's in the centre for Plymouth. And they've managed to pass it through towards Conor McLaughlin. So Conor McLaughlin's got the ball. Now it's Jack Diamond. He's got all the ball. He's going to try and get the ball into Plymouth's half. He's managed to hold off a tackle, but he's managed to win a free kick in the process. Any quick comments, Phil?
Philip Braun says Oxford are 1-0 up already. I was just checking it there, and they're up to 6th as it stands. Shout out to Chris Smith in Edmonton, up in Canada. They're regular for the show. Where's Dino and his disco light? Steve M73. He's out for his birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. I was going to say back in play. It is back in play. Michael,
it looked like there was a bit. Well, now there's not. There's a throw in. Lyndon Gooch has tackled Ryan Law for a throw in, and Ryan Law's in no hurry to take this. Anyway, he's picking up the ball from one of the cones that's obviously there near where the throw in has been given. He's standing backwards. We're going to do a Michael Bauer style throw in here. It's looking more and more likely. Here we go. Right, long ball forward, Ryan Law. He's throwing it. Jack Diamond's won the header. Now it's with Lyndon Gooch. He's managed to keep hold of it. Jack Diamond, he's now got towards the centre. It's now with Jordan Jones. A shot from Jordan Jones straight at Michael Cooper, who's now managed to be able to gather the ball. I thought when Jack said get in, like very tamely, I thought he meant we'd scored. Didn't quite get my hopes up there. Anyway, Michael Cooper is standing over the ball. He's just beckoning his fellow Plymouth players to get forward. Now he's just put the ball on the ground. He's rolling it and he's going to take it. Yep, he's took it. Now it's back inside Sunderland's half. Bailey Wright. No, hang on, that's not Bailey Wright. Luke O'Nien and Jack and Denver Hume had a slight miscommunication, but it's gone out for a Plymouth Argyle throw-in, which they're going to look to take quickly. I think this is Joe Edwards who's going to take this. Joe Edwards is standing on Plymouth's right, our left-hand side. Nearly 10 minutes gone. Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 0. Back towards Joe Edwards. Now it's towards the centre again. And that is, I think it's Fauna. Fauna with the ball. Now it's back towards number 8, which is, if I can get this right, I'll forget it anyway. It's a bit irrelevant by the time I look. It's now towards Plymouth's left-back position with Ryan Law, Jack Diamond pressuring him. I can see what you mean, actually, Jack. We actually are starting with, we're having a bit more pressure. Oh, hang on, Bailey Wright made an error here. Niall Ennis is through on the left-hand side. He's got Bailey Wright standing up. He's put a ball across the box. There's a chance here for Plymouth, but it was given as offside. So Bailey Wright got a little bit fortunate there. Anyway, Phil, any more comments?
DJ Earth is watching in his taxi over in Carlisle, and he said he's never stopped today. Tony Lee, friend of the show, says, all right, Monkey and the lads. Where's the other V? As we said, was Dino's birthday yesterday. He's out celebrating that today. Just 4 more subscribers will get us to 6,000. Hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Let's hit 6,000 as soon as we can. That would be great. Thank you.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, Max Powers on the ball, Sunderland have possession back. Jack Diamond just on the halfway line. Now he's got Conor McLaughlin trying to do an overlap ahead of him, but he's passed it back to Max Power just on the halfway line. Still 0-0 here at Plymouth Argyle's ground. And Max Powers passed it back towards Luke O'Nien. Now it's towards Sunderland's left, Plymouth's right-hand side. He's just Luke O'Nien's trying to bring the ball forward. It's been deflected, but as far as Denver Hume, so Denver Hume's attacking down the left-hand side. He's still going to go for it. He's in the penalty area. He's tried to drill the ball across the box, but Sunderland haven't quite been able to get towards it, and it looks like Plymouth are going to be able to clear this, even though Sunderland are pressing. Dundon Gooch and Dark Diamond were pressing down the right-hand side. Anyway, Niall Ennis is on Bailey Wright's case, but Bailey Wright's passed the ball back to Lee Burge. As Dino would say, he thinks he's the best keeper in the league. The best keeper in the league.
You say that Lee Burge got in the team of the season for League One. Now, I do think Lee Burge is slightly better than a lot of what Sunderland fans make out, but there must be some awful goalkeepers in League One if he's been the best.
Yeah, I was surprised. Hang on. Plymouth have got a chance here. Number 28 for Plymouth. It's just outside Sunderland's penalty area. Sunderland. Oh, there's number 28, which is this Kamara. Now it's on the right-hand side. Now it's back towards Ryan Law, who's going to whip a ball into the box, but that's going to go comfortably to Lee Burge. It's very quickly to say, emphasis on what Jack said. Yes, I do think Lee Burge is better than some Sunderland fans make him out to be. I don't think he's on John McLaughlin's level, but I must admit, I agree. There must be some really dreadful keepers if Lee Burge is making team of the season. Very quickly, while there's nothing happening in play, Sunderland had 4 players in team of the season, which was Lee Burge, Luke O'Nien, Aidan McGeady, and Charlie Wyke. Anyway, now we're back in. Now we've got Sunderland. Have got the ball in the centre backs again. Bailey Wright's just hoofed the ball forward. He was aiming for Ross Stewart, but Plymouth have managed to deal with this effectively enough. Plymouth have cleared the ball back towards the centre of the pitch, but it deflected off Max Power for a Plymouth Argyle throw-in. Phil, comments?
Yeah, very quickly. Tom Wallace says the merch is needed. T-shirts with Bowers head tennis, Dino disco lights, Jack back to the studio, and Philly with your right. There you go. And a big thank you as well to Cam Healy, who's subscribed. He's a Crew Alexandra fan. So thanks for tuning in. Cam.
We're getting different fans coming into it. Then yeah, we must be doing all right. Anyway, Luke Ross Stewart's on the edge of the box. He's going to have a shot, but it's been deflected. So well, not deflected. It's been blocked, rather, I should say. Anyway, now we're on the left-hand side for Plymouth. I think this is Danny Mayer. Danny Mayer's running against Conor McLaughlin. Jack Diamond's just amongst it as well. Conor McLaughlin's managed to force Danny Mayer back a bit, but he's pushed it back towards Ryan Law, who's on the edge of the box. Plymouth now could potentially have a shot here, but 2 players have come in the way of each other, and Sunderland have managed to clear it, but only as far as Apoku. Yes, I think that's number 24, which I believe is Apoku. Anyway, now it's with Ryan Law back towards Watts. Can't try and tell who this is. Number 2. Number 2 is Watts. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's now on the right-hand side. Bailey Wright was standing up against Ryan Hardy, and he's managed to win a throw-in, and that was Luke O'Nien, not Bailey Wright. My mistake. Anyway, Jack, how would you sum up the first 14 minutes?
We've been quite aggressive in our approach. Plymouth is starting to get into the game just a little bit more now. I don't think either side's been particularly dominant, but we seem more up for it, a bit more energetic and a bit more at the races. They've been very lethargic in recent weeks, but we seem to be re-energized is the word I'll put it. We're at them a bit. Yeah. We're more physical. We're winning more second balls and trying a bit more, I think, as well, trying to get things moving a bit more quicker.
Yeah. Well, Plymouth tried to get things moving quicker, but there was a deflected shot that went straight to into Lee Burge's palms. Anyway, now it's Denver Hume on the ball. He's been stood up here, but he's managed to beat his man. He's going to try to pass the ball towards Lyndon Gooch, but the pass was too heavy or inaccurate, and Plymouth now have the ball again. We're just in the centre circle now. Still Plymouth 0, Sunderland 0. Ryan Law has now got the ball right at their left-back position. Jack Diamond has managed to nick in and win Plymouth a throw, basically. Jack, I believe you're taking over any second, aren't you?
Yeah, Mike, I'll do 15 minutes. Do you want us to start now?
You might as well.
Yeah, so Plymouth have a throw-in out on the left-hand side, then about 15 yards behind the halfway line. Be there, left back to take. No idea what his name is. He's number 27. There you go. It's back to number 27 now for a little 1-2. Jack Diamond putting the foot in, out for another Plymouth Argyle throw-in on the left-hand side. Pretty much exactly where the last one was. Phil, I was going to say any comments, but looks as if he's going to take it any second now. Plymouth in their infamous green and white kit at home park.
Green Army
goes down the line. Conor McLaughlin wins the header. It's been bouncing about a bit, taken down by number 21. I think that is up front. Who's got the better of O'Nien, slid it into number 9 there, who's taking a shot, but very tame and easy pick up for Lee Bird, who rolls it short of Max Power in the middle of the pitch. Power running through the centre, slips it over to Lyndon Gooch, who didn't quite get there first, but he's came away with the ball. Out on the left-hand side now, Lyndon Gooch plays a ball up the line, looking for Jordan Jones, only cleared away by a Plymouth defender, out for a Sunderland throw-in on the left-hand side. Phil, any comments very quickly?
DJ says Philly will grow a perm if we reach 6K. Been there, done that. Joseph Billingsley, where's Charlie White at? We believe he's got an injury. Back to Jack in the studio.
Max Power knocks it back to Luke O'Nien after the throw was taken. Scowen into Power, back to Scowen. Scowen looks to play a crossfield ball towards the right-hand side, only headed down by a Plymouth defender. Nice little 1-2 there from Plymouth out on the left-hand side. Their number 27 has the ball, looks to play it forward, intercepted by Bailey Wright. Now the ball finds Conor McLaughlin and Jack Diamond just inside our own half now. Max Power passes it over the halfway line into the centre circle to Jordan Jones in the middle. Jones running towards Plymouth's 18-yard box. Good tackle, though, from the Plymouth midfielder who come away with the ball. Sunderland straight at it again, though. Ross Stewart now with the aggressive press trying to win the ball back for Sunderland in the red and white kit and red socks and red shorts today. Back to Plymouth's goalkeeper over towards their left centre-back. Now the ball's just went over his foot there, clears it up the line before Gooch can get there. Conor McLaughlin wins the header, only taken down by Plymouth's left midfielder, who tries to take past Conor McLaughlin, but a little foot stops the ball getting past him, goes out for a Plymouth throw-in. Plymouth have taken it already there. They're number 27 taking it short. But Plymouth already played the ball out of play. Sunderland throw in now about 5 yards ahead of the halfway line on the right-hand side for Conor McLaughlin to take. Short and back to Bailey Wright under no pressure. Knocks it over to his central defensive partner, Luke O'Nien. Tries to carry the ball forward. He pings it over towards the left-hand side. That goes over everyone's head. Too high, really. Out for a Plymouth throw-in on the right-hand side. If you are just joining us, it is still Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland AFC 0, 17 minutes and 55 seconds into the game. Plymouth to take this throw-in on the right-hand side then. Their players hesitant a little bit. He's got a couple of options, but he's not playing to either of them. I think he wants to go up the line, get the ball moving forward for the green and blacks. Knocks it back to his sentinel defensive partner who plays it long. O'Nien heads it down to Josh Scowen. Plays it up to Lyndon Gooch now. Gooch coming towards the final third. He's got Diamond on his right. He slips it over to Diamond, who's inside the box. Diamond trying to get past his man. He puts a ball across the box low, cleared away by a Plymouth midfielder now. Plymouth trying to get an attack. Moving ball goes over towards the right-hand side. Switched back over towards the left where their number 10 picks the ball up. Running at Conor McLaughlin now. Power comes over to join him. Their number 10 cutting inside. Diamond gets a foot in there only as far as another Plymouth player. Diamond gets in again though. Plymouth pick the ball up. Over on the right-hand side now, I think that's with Edwards. Ball goes up the line. 09's Megas ball comes to the box, but Denver Hume puts a risky challenge in there. Came off, though. He won the ball, and the ball is out now, I believe, actually for a Sunderland free kick just inside our own box. Touch over towards the left-hand side. Michael, what are your thoughts on the opening nearly 20 minutes now?
We definitely have shown a lot more urgency, and we've shown that we're actually willing to try and press Plymouth into making mistakes. Only criticism, I think we've been a little bit lackluster when we get into the final third, but that's just down to decision making. But, let's just keep it up. Just keep pressuring them. They've obviously got a leaky defence, so if we pressure them, hopefully we'll get chances and score goals.
Yeah, Lee Burge punts this one long now, but it's only won by a Plymouth midfielder. Max Power takes it down in the centre circle there. Number 9 comes in and intervenes. Though Plymouth come away with the ball out on the left-hand side. Plymouth just getting into this game a bit more as it progresses there. Number 27 now, well intervened by Jack Diamond, though, out for a Plymouth throw-in on the left-hand side, which I'm sure they'll look to get into the box. Really could be a decent position, just about level with the 18-yard box there. Number 27 could go short, could go long at the box. Michael Bow style throwing. No, he doesn't. He throws it to then number 21, who dinks it over the head of Max Power. Conor McLaughlin's there to answer it. Gooch takes it down. Just doing well to evade the pressure. Hooks it up the line, looking for the runner, Ross Stewart. Stewart's got the ball on the right-hand side now. He's only got the keeper to beat, really. Takes a shot, and it's one.
Come on!
Get it! Ross Stewart is open to scoring for Sunderland after 20 minutes and 27 seconds. It is Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 1. Michael, what were your thoughts on that goal?
And if that's the type of defence that Plymouth have, it's no wonder they're conceding quite a few goals. And very quick thinking from Lyndon Gooch, actually, to be fair. Got a good assist last week, and I believe, if I'm right, that's Gooch's assist yet again. And very calm, collected finish from Ross Stewart. Come on!
Yeah, he did very well. I mean, Gooch's ball there, it was quite opportunistic. He seen an opportunity. He hooked it up the line. A lot of the times that doesn't go anywhere, but Stewart's got on the end of it. But I think important again, Michael, to point out that Plymouth's defence there was woeful.
Like I said, if that's the state of their defence, then it's no wonder they've conceded. Well, it'll be now. Hang on a minute. It'll be now 77. That's the 77th goal they've conceded in the league, and I think it's only because they've scored quite a few goals that they're not in a relegation battle. Hey, for them, decent season, but when your defence is caught like that, then fair enough. No wonder they're down where they are.
Yeah, Philly, been a decent start already to the game so far. 1-0 up now. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely superb. Keep this up, and it's easily a comfortable win. We do say, though, Sunderland have the same 2 halves. So second half, Sunderland would come out, but I hope not. Just very quickly, other scores coming in. We have got our Crew Alexandra fan on there. Crew have taken the lead. So he'll be quite happy with that. Hull have just gone 1-0 up against Wigan, and Blackpool have taken the lead at Northampton, which is good, because if Northampton lose, they will be relegated, and we'll have nothing to play for. Sorry, Michael, you was one in there.
Yeah, obviously we've took the lead here, but I think this time we need to make sure we hold on to it, because we've dropped quite a lot of points in winning positions this season. But if we keep the pressure on their back line, then hopefully it'll crumble. And it'll be quite nice for once to go comfortably ahead. Thankfully, we've got ahead. Now, at least make sure you stay ahead and try and get some more goals. Try and get confidence flowing through again. If we can get a win today, ideally a comfortable one, but get a win today, and then hopefully get a win against Northampton, then psychologically that's half the battle for the playoffs.
Well, exactly. You're in a lot better position, as you say. It's the psychological impact of it, really. I mean, as well, now that we are 1-0 up, Plymouth are going to have to come at us a little bit more. And with how leaky their defence is, there was a comment on the live chat there. If I can just see where it was. Yeah, Daniel Jenks, Plymouth's offside trap well and truly exposed. Our tempo was up compared to the snooze fest on Tuesday. Exactly. Maybe it was an offside trap. I don't know what they were trying, but it was awful. If that's the type of defence they've got, and they've got to come at us and try and create themselves, provided we can, keep things tight at the back, the floodgates could well and truly open. But regardless, with a bit of stoppage in play, that was Plymouth play down, but we're back in play now. Score is now Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 1. We are 23 minutes and 27 seconds into this game. I would imagine there'll be quite a lot of added time at the end of the first half. But another long ball from Sunderland there. Max Power playing at this time, looking for the runner Ross Stewart, who was caught offside in the end. Linesman putting his flag up. Right, there we go.
Just very quickly, Jack. Wigan have equalised against Hull, so it's now 1-1 down down at the Cairn Stadium. Back in play, Jack.
Yeah, Max Power spreads it over to Denver Hume now as we are back in play. Hume looking to go up the line. He decides to come back on himself and play the ball back to Josh Scowen, who plays it over to Bailey Wright. Back to Lee Burge now inside his own box. Burge punts it long up the line. Looking for Ross Stewart. He does win the header very well. They're looking for the run of Jordan Jones' ball. Didn't quite fall in the right place though. And Plymouth have the ball with the defence now. It's their number 27 at left back, who was arguably caught out of position for Ross Stewart's goal. Does well to evade Diamond's pressure and knocks it back to the goalkeeper, who sends it long. Luke O'Nien wins the header. Headed by the Plymouth left back. Number 10 flicks it on though. Taken in his stride there by the Plymouth defender, and Josh Scowen does well. Finds Conor McLaughlin, Max Power over to Josh Scowen. Some nice passing football, very calm from Sunderland, calm and composed. Back to Bailey Wright, switches it over to Luke O'Nien, his central defensive partner, who puts it long. Ross Stewart heads it down now, and Denver Hume picks up the ball, knocks it back to Jordan Jones, who runs through the centre of the pitch. Jones evading a bit pressure. Knocks it over to Denver Hume, who tries to put the ball into the box. It's went all the way over to the other side, and Jack Diamond picks it up. Conor McLaughlin's on the overlap. Diamond coming inside, knocks it back to Max Power, delivers the ball into the box. Jordan Jones couldn't quite win the header. Falls for Lyndon Gooch. Gooch hits it on his left foot. Very tame effort. Plenty of Plymouth players in the way, but the keeper, pretty routine save there, just picks the ball up and has it in his hands now. 25 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock. Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 1. Ross Stewart putting us in front. Lyndon Gooch with the assisters. Plymouth are back in play. Ball goes up the line. Denver Hume. Bailey Wright wins the header, knocks it down to Conor McLaughlin, who unfortunately sends it out of play in an attempt to stand up the line out for a Plymouth throw-in on the left-hand side. Phil, is there anything else on the comments?
There is, but I quickly want to go. 219 people watching, 115 likes. Just hit the thumbs up. And Tom Wallace asked which would come first, the goal or 6K. The goal has come. We're on 5,999 subscribers. So the next person who hits that subscribe button, all right, you will be the 6,000th subscriber to the channel. So do that. Back to you, Jack, in the studio.
Yes, back in the studio, of course. Ross Stewart now winning the ball from a loose header. Max Power heads it forward to Lyndon Gooch, who's lost the ball. Unfortunately, a little bit pressure from Plymouth. Plymouth coming at us now down the left-hand side. Ball, we tried to skip past Conor McLaughlin, completely fell over in the process of doing so, and I believe someone have earned ourselves a throw-in through that, unless anything happened that I didn't see. Throw-in on the right-hand side then for Sunderland, quite in a defensive area, about 25 yards from goalish. Conor McLaughlin to take. Knocks it short to Max Power. Back to Conor McLaughlin. Knocks it back to Bailey Wright. Wright looks to stand up the line. Well intervened by the Plymouth forward now as it falls to their number 15 who takes it down. Jack Diamond wins the ball back though and looks to run in the centre. He's had a decent game so far, Jack Diamond. Then number 27 wins the ball back from him though. Does well. Calm and composed in the ball. Sends it over to their number 15 who plays it up the line. Cutting inside now is there. Number 10 threads it into the number 9 on the left-hand side. Bailey Wright standing up. Ball goes into the box. Took a knock by the Sunderland player there, number 21.
How on earth they haven't scored? Goodness me.
Just very quickly, fellas.
Get in.
Have a quick Michael Bowers clap. 6,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Back to Jack in the studio with a commentary.
Yeah, Michael, how on earth we didn't concede? That was a massive let-off. But anyway, we're back in play now. Scowen running through the centre, gives the ball away. Lyndon Gooch tried to pick it up, couldn't quite get a good foot on the ball there. Number 10 has it now. The number 18's on the number 15's on the overlap. Who has the ball now? But the player with the ball initially still out on the left-hand side now. Max Power, Jack Diamond, the two men standing up. Conor McLaughlin just behind them. The ball finds their number 15. Now looks to cross into the box, headed away by Luke O'Nien, picked up by their number 15 again, who's had to play it back to their number 24, who slips it over to his central defensive partner now. Carries the ball into the midfield. Pings it forward. Conor McLaughlin heading it away now, picked up by Jack Diamond out on the right-hand side. Knocks it back to Conor McLaughlin, who punts it forward. Power wins the flick on. Stewart couldn't quite take it down after just getting a foot on the ball. Ball goes out for a throw-in, but Michael, just on that chance there, Plymouth had I didn't really know what happened, to be honest, but we were so lucky to get let off there.
Very, very fortunate. It was a scramble in the box. I think two of our players might have miscommunicated and got in the way of each other. And then I think it was Niall Ennis who had the shot. I think it was number 21. I could be wrong, but either way, Plymouth will feel they should be level here. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's a nervy moment, but I mean, just move on. Put it in the pass really. As Conor McLaughlin plays a left-footed pass over to Luke 09 from the throw-in. Now it finds Denver, who sends it up the channel, intercepted by the Plymouth Argyle right back, who pings it long though. Luke 09 knocks it forward to Josh Scowen, who's fouled through the back there by a Plymouth player. So don't have a free kick out on the left-hand side. Phil, anything in the comments?
People just congratulating us on 6,000 subs. Just very quickly, other scores though. Wimbledon took the lead against Portsmouth, but Portsmouth have pulled one back, so they are drawing now. Oxford, who were winning 1-0, are now getting beat 2-1 off Shrewsbury. Hull are winning 2-1 against Wigan now as well in our league. Back to you, Jack.
We're letting this Hull like in the studio. Plymouth with the ball out on the right hand side. Then number 18 has it now, slips it back to the centre back. The ball now finds the goalkeeper. Sunderland putting a lot of pressure on now. Diamond, Stewart, and Max Power and Jordan Jones all find themselves in the boxes. The ball is won now. Max Power has it now, strikes it from distance, but it's deflected out for a corner. But Michael, I think that couple of seconds there, Plymouth passing the ball between themselves in defence, and we're just relentlessly pressing them. Michael, I think it sums up this game so far. We're just a lot more aggressive today.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this, by the way, I think I'm taking over commentary till half time. So I think it's between me and Jack.
Yes, sorry, I didn't even realise we are.
But anyway, no, that's fine. To emphasise on what you said, yes, this is exactly, for a side that's got a leaky defence, we have to be putting pressure on them. Anyway, so we've got Jordan Jones standing on the right-hand side, just about ready to take the corner kick. I think we're just waiting for the all clear from the referee. It looks like it's been given because Jordan Jones is waving his arm in the air. He's just waiting for it. He's going to run. He's taking his time to run towards the ball. Here we go. He's running towards it. Ball comes into the box. It's coming, and Plymouth have managed to head it clear fairly comfortably. But it's as far as Lyndon Gooch now. Jordan Jones will still be on the right-hand side. Lyndon Gooch has passed the ball backwards towards Denver Hume. Now it's with Luke 09 on the centre circle. Now it's to the left-hand side, which I believe that is with Jack Diamond. Jack Diamond's passed the ball forward down the channel towards Ross Stewart, who's got hold of possession. He's now got Max Power's come to receive the ball. Max Power thought he was going to try and put a cross into the box. Max Power's passed it towards, I think that is still Jack Diamond on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, rather, Ross Stewart got dispossessed a little too easily there, and Plymouth can now potentially come forward themselves. Ryan Law's up against Jack Diamond. Jack Diamond, to be fair, was pressing and winning Plymouth a throw-in, but nevertheless, still good pressing going. Phil, quick comments?
Lincoln have just taken the lead to Peterborough, so it is Peterborough 0.
That'll be interesting.
Lincoln 1. Lincoln can still catch Peterborough. They're still not safe as yet, so that's a big result in our league at the moment. Back in play, Michael. Yeah, well, hopefully Peterborough gets something out of that because it'd be nice to finish third. But anyway, Sunderland have got the ball again. Now it's Conor McLaughlin's passed it back towards Lee Burge. There's a Plymouth player who's down here, but the camera's not focused on him, so I don't know whether he's going to be back up any minute. Anyway, Josh Scowen's got hold of the ball now. It's with Luke 09. Now it's with Max Power. Josh Scowen ahead of him, passes it back to 09. 09 just took a touch and he's passed it forward towards. That is Lyndon Gooch, who's done well to turn his man there, actually. Denver Hume's now coming down the left-hand side. Maraudering down the left-hand side. He's passed it towards Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones in the penalty area. He's passed it ball across the box and it can almost reach Ross Stewart, but Plymouth have managed to get rid of it and they could go forward themselves again now. This is Danny Mayer now on the right-hand side for Plymouth. Sorry, down there, left, our right-hand side. Conor McLaughlin standing up here. Ryan Law's just going to do the overlap. But Mayer has kept hold of the ball. He's going to cross the ball to the other side of the pitch, which I believe this is to Kamara for Plymouth. He's now passed it back again. Plymouth still have the ball just in front of Sunderland's penalty area, but Sunderland have dealt with it well enough. Plymouth still have the ball, though. The ball went through the referee's legs. Now it's on the left-hand side. Now it's with Danny Mayer. He's standing up Conor McLaughlin. He's turned. He's going to have a shot here. No, he's not. He's been forced again. Sunderland have blocked it pretty well, and it is out for a Plymouth Argyle corner. Yeah. Jack, what would you say? How would you see the rest of the game going at the minute based on this? I know obviously at half-time performances can change and all that, but how would you say we've been doing at the minute?
I mean, I think our performance, apart from the odd moment here, you can't really knock it. Like I say, I think there's a lot more effort here, a lot more aggressive. and now approaching. We've got our reward. Plymouth just coming into the game a little
Sorry,
bit
Connor
more
Grant
now.
have just put a crossing from the left-hand side, but it's been headed out. I think that might have been by Bailey Wright. I can't remember who it was. Couldn't see who it was fully, but Sunderland could potentially be on a break here. Jack Diamond's on the left-hand side. He's keeping hold of possession, but he's won Sunderland a throw-in. Sorry, Jack, quickly finish what you were saying.
Yeah, I think it's a case of managing Plymouth coming into the game a little bit more now. But I think if we can keep up with the intensity we've been at, there's no reason why we won't continue to be the probably slightly more dominant side and hopefully get another goal.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, so Sunderland took the throw in now. Denver Hume's got it. He's passed it back to Luke O'Nien. Now he switched it towards the centre where it's not Lee Burge, because I can't talk today. Bailey Wright, who's passed it to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen's got the ball forward. Ross Stewart's won the header. Jordan Jones is still on the ball here, and it was a shot, and it has gone over the bar. And it is a goal kick to Plymouth. Phil, any more comments?
Dean Cook says, proud to be part of the 6K club. We're glad to have you on board, Dean Cook. Thank you very much. And DJ Earth says a passenger has just left his false leg in the back of his taxi. So make of that what you will.
Oh my God, it sounds like DJ Earth's having a pretty interesting day, if that's the case. Anyway, Michael Cooper's standing over the ball, just waiting to take the goal kick, which he has done. So it's gotten its way into Sunderland's half again. Max Power, I think that's Max Power, has managed to head that, but Sunderland have got the ball yet again. Sunderland's pressing's been very good in this game. Lyndon Gooch is going to have a strike from distance, and it's been saved by Michael Cooper, and now Ryan Law's going to be on the left-hand side. He's cleared the ball. Out for a Sunderland throw-in? Not quite. It's now out for a Plymouth throw-in as Bailey Wright has been managed to clear it. Jack, quick thoughts on that chance there by Lyndon Gooch?
Yeah, good effort, really, wasn't it? I mean, from distance as well, just well to just get it on target and work the keeper, really. Sometimes they get sent into Rose Ed, but did well to get it on target and work the keeper.
Completely agree. Speaking of Lyndon Gooch, he's now on the ball, but he's also managed to lose it. Plymouth could potentially get forward here. Sunderland managed to get their numbers back and regain their shape. Now Plymouth are in the centre, and Luke O'Nien's done well to press Plymouth back in towards their own half. Watts now passes it to, I think that is Joe Edwards. Sunderland's pressing's still been very good in this first half. They've been relentless the way they've been hunting impacts for the ball. Now it's a poor coup for Plymouth. Now it's bound to Ryan Law on in the left back position. He's managed to get past Jack Diamond. He's passed the ball towards, I believe that is Danny Mayer. Danny Mayer's got Max Power and Conor Gotton in front of him, but he's got it towards the centre. He switched it to the right-hand side. It's now Joe Edwards on the ball. He's going to look to put the cross into the box, but Denver Hume has blocked it well enough, but it's come back out to Joe Edwards. Now the ball comes into the box again, but it's been headed again by Bailey Wright. Ross Stewart's coming to receive the ball. Lyndon Gooch has now got it. He's passed the ball onto the left-hand side. I don't think it's going to reach Jordan Jones, although Jordan Jones has not won Sunderland a free kick, even though he went down amidst a challenge. And it's now a Plymouth Argyle throw-in, which they have taken quickly. Now it's with Opoku. I think that is Opoku for Plymouth. Again, if there's any Plymouth, I don't know if there's any Plymouth fans watching this, and they are, I apologise, I've butchered any of your players' names. But anyway, now it's Plymouth are just passing amongst their centre-backs at the moment. Ryan Law's on it again. Jack Diamond's trying to press him. He's pressed him into hooping the ball forward. Niall Ennis has still got hold of possession here. Now he's got it towards the right-hand side, whereas Joe Edwards, Jordan Jones is just with him. Joe Edwards has put a ball into the box, but Denver Hume has just managed to get it clear. Well, clear-ish, but he's not clear enough. He's managed to, Plymouth have dispossessed him. Shot from Plymouth outside the area, which was pretty ambitious, and it's gone out for a Sunderland goal kick. Phil, is there any more comments?
Jeff Holcroft says, does Ross Stewart look lively? For me, I think they all look quite lively. It's like it's just a different team, more urgency, looking quite comfortable. And I can easily see another goal coming here. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me on the bum. Back to you.
Well, you never know. If Plymouth equalise, does that count?
Well, no, we'll be comfortable. We'll be all right.
Okay, then. Anyway, Sunderland just a bit of scrappy head tennis going in there until Denver Hume has cleared it into Plymouth's half. Yeah, Jack Diamond was looking for a free kick, but he hasn't quite won it. Anyway, it's now Danny Mayer who's passed the ball back towards Opoku on the left-hand side for Plymouth. The ball has come into the box, but it's been blocked. And we've managed to just clear it. It's Bailey Wright headed it towards Jack Diamond. Jack Diamond's running out from Sunderland's defence with the ball. He's passed the ball towards Ross Stewart. Is he in offside position? Doesn't look like it. Nope, he is. The referee was a bit delayed in raising the offside flag, but he has raised the offside flag against Ross Stewart. Phil, I can see you wanting in there.
Yeah, just very quickly. Cam, our crew Alexandra fan, was telling us in the chat that his dad's a Newcastle fan, and Mel Royal has replied and said, sorry to hear that, Cam. Hope your dad gets well soon. There you go.
Love it.
I like that.
Brilliant. Yeah. Anyway, Plymouth have got a throw in on their right, our left-hand side. We're just over 6 minutes to go to half-time. Still Plymouth 0, Sunderland 1. Plymouth are passing it again amongst their centre-backs. Now it's towards their left-back, Laws. There's no Sunderland player pressuring him at the minute. Well, just as I speak, that Jack Diamond's trying to press him. He's pressed him back. Jack Diamond's managed to win the ball against Law, though. He's in the penalty area. Is he going to square it? And he hasn't quite managed to find a Sunderland player, and it's out for a Sunderland corner. Now, again, like I've said before, I can see how Plymouth have conceded 77 goals if they're playing like this. Anyway, Jack Diamond, just showing the replay there. Jack Diamond, I think, attempted to find Ross Stewart, but he didn't quite manage to reach his man. Jordan Jones, I think that's Jordan Jones anyway. Sorry?
He could have gone for that himself. But never mind.
He could have done, I agree. No, yeah, it's easy to say in hindsight, but I agree with you, he could have done. Anyway, Jordan Jones is that is Jordan Jones on the right corner. Just over 5 minutes to go to half-time. Jordan Jones is going to drill the ball into the box. It's a corner routine, and Max Power had a shot that just went to the left-hand side of the post. Phil, what's your thoughts on that chance? Pretty good one, actually. Looked like a training ground routine.
Yeah, I mean, it's as it stands, there's another goal coming. I mean, their goalie's had a brilliant save already. A good chance there, just narrowly wide. But we're back in play, Michael.
Yes, that we are. Laws just put the ball forward towards Niall Ennis, and he's stood up against Bailey Wright. Bailey Wright has managed to win. I think it's a Plymouth Argyle throw-in. Actually, I don't know. It's either a throw-in or a free kick. Yeah, it looks like it's a throw-in. Anyway, Danny Mayer's just over the ball. Laws is with him. Laws is going to take the throw-in. Danny Mayer's just ahead of him, next to Jack Diamond, who is marking him. Just waiting for Laws to decide who's going to take the throw to. He's going to throw it to Niall Ennis, I believe. That is Niall Ennis. But Jack Diamond's dispossessed him, and I think Jack Diamond has managed to win Sunderland a free kick. Very quickly, lads, I don't know what you think. I think Jack Diamond's been our best player so far. I don't know whether you agree with that, but I think he's. I mean, if you look at the replay here, his chance where he pressed Laws into the mistake and was running down the right hand side, and had been better decision making, we could have gone 2-0 up. I don't know what you think, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, I've gave him a bit of critique because I think his end product can be lacking at times. But I've always said he's a great athlete, and I think that's coming out today. Really, it's his ability to run with the ball, and he can terrify defenders with the intensity that he runs at. And I think he's always been a great outlet, and he's been the same again today. So yeah, he has been great today. A good outlet, plenty of energy, plenty of pace.
Anyway, sorry, I think there's a yellow card here for Plymouth. Josh Gowan's down on the ground. There's a yellow card, I believe that is for. I'm going to get this. I think it's Pereira Kamara or Panucci Kamara, whatever. I
wonder if it's any relation to Chris.
I know. Behind one of the greatest cock-ups of all time on TV when he missed a red card at the Portsmouth Blackburn game, which is still one of the best moments of television. There's even
Michael.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Red card. Unbelievable, Jeff. Yeah. Anyway, that is a red card. So not a red card. I can't talk. Goodness me. Yellow card for Kamara. No relation to Chris Kamara. Unfortunately, I don't think. Anyway, Max Power standing over the
1-0 up. A very decent opening 42 minutes, and no Dino. So I think going into the playoffs, we've got the new lineup.
We're going to have to question. We have to question Dino's position on this live stream. Anyway, Sunderland took the free kick. It's Jordan Jones. He's whipped the ball into the box. It just managed to evade Ross Stewart, and it is out for a Plymouth goal kick. Sorry, Jack, you were saying. Let's continue saying Dino can't be on the live stream for good luck.
Well, exactly.
He said. It's not what he said, but it's what he implied.
Yeah, well, I've just been blunt in saying it, said it for him.
Can I just quickly say? Can I quickly say, Stephen McIntosh on the chat said, Ross Stewart, lively for a 76-year-old. Right, thank you very much.
Oh, God.
And he's sexy.
Anyway, Plymouth are attacking down the right-hand side. I think, again, it's Mr. Kamara, who's now passed the ball towards Conor Grant. He's got he's standing up against Max Power and Denver Hume. He's passed it back towards, I think that's Kamara. He's in the box. He's managed to evade Sunderland players, but Bailey Wright has managed to clear it. And it's still on the edge of Sunderland's penalty area. There's a bit of a coming together between Jack Diamond and Lyndon Gooch that's preventing Sunderland from clearing. Fine, Neil Diamond. I'll say that instead.
No,
Anyway,
Michael.
Laws has got the ball. He's taken the ball. He's crossed the ball into the box. There's a man on the right hand side who was a bit free, but it's been headed out back towards Kamara on the edge of the penalty area. He's now going to put a cross in from the left. There's a shot here come from Plymouth. What a save from Lee Burge! Very important stop. Very good save.
Best goalie in the league, in League One, without a doubt.
Right, I'm going to tell you now, if we do end up winning this game, I'm going to credit that save for that, because a lot of people have pointed out what points Lee Burge has cost us, but there's been points he saved us as well. So,
but he's a frustrating goalkeeper, isn't he? Like, he makes saves like that.
He's not terrible, though, is he? Let's be honest. He's not a terrible goalkeeper, in my opinion.
Times like the semi-final against Lincoln when he saved the penalties and saves like that, he has done loads of great work for us this season. There is times where a lot of other keepers wouldn't make those saves, but they just do stupid things like letting in goals that I could have saved.
Oh, sorry, there's a ball going forward here. No, okay. Lyndon Gooch could have lashed onto it. Michael Cooper's got the ball. Sorry, Jack, can finish what you were saying, mate?
Yeah, he's just a frustrating goalkeeper, Lee Burge. He does things like that, but then, later in the game, he could concede something by just letting the ball slip through his hands. So he's League One. Like, if League One was a goalkeeper, it would be Lee Burge, just like inconsistent, streaky goalkeeper.
I'm sorry, that should be made a meme. That if League One was a goalkeeper, it would be Lee Burge.
Well,
that's incredible.
Feel free to meme that with anyone. Then.
Just very quickly on the chat, Tom Wallace, friend of the show, says we might not have Dino's disco lights, but we have Michael Bowers lights if we need them. And Stuart Shaw says if we score, Bowers flash the lights on and off. Disco time.
We shall see. Anyway, Lyndon Gooch is pressing Plymouth down the left-hand side, but Opoku's managed to keep hold of the ball. There's been 2 minutes confirmed as added on, so we are nearly a quarter of the way through the first of those 2 minutes. Sunderland have still got hold of the ball. Luke O'Neill on the left-hand side. He's probably going to clear it. No, he's not. He was trying to pass it towards Josh Scowen, but Plymouth have pressed him. Now it's Connor Grant coming forward for Peterborough there for Plymouth. Cross coming in from the right-hand side for Plymouth, but it's gonna go across everybody, I think. Nope. It's Kamara on the left-hand side. He's in the left-hand side of the penalty area. He's going to pass it out. And someone could come forward themselves. Hang on, Jack Diamond's got hold of the ball. If they play this right, this could... Nah, actually, it's still going to be... If Jack Diamond plays this right, he's going to pass it to Ross Stewart. Back to Jack Diamond. Lyndon Gooch can have a shot. It's hit the post. Oh! Lyndon Gooch has just hit the post on the break for Sunderland. And I don't think it's gone out for a corner. No, it's a goal kick. Yeah, that was a very well. If our decision, I'm telling you, if our decision making had been better there, Jack Diamond basically passed the ball to Ross Stewart, who passed it back towards Lyndon Gooch outside the box, and Lyndon Gooch hit the post. If our decision making had just been a bit better there, we would have been 2-0 up, I think.
Honestly, I don't think it's decision making. I think he made the correct decision to play Stewart in. The pass was just about a yard or two behind where it needed to be. It needed to be for Stewart to run onto. He's played it behind him, and Stewart's momentum stopped. He's had to go back to get the ball. He's had to stop himself running. If he just played it a couple of yards ahead of him, he runs onto that and hits it towards goal. I think that's what's frustrating about Diamond. He's great energy and he's been great so far. He did well to get himself in that position, but then he does those things, like those passes that are just not quite in the right area.
Well, anyways, we're near the end of the 2 minutes added on, so it's still playing out. Sunderland 1. Yeah, Jack's sticking him out basically. But anyway, we're near towards the end of added time. I think this throw-in that Sunderland have from Denver Hume, I think it's going to be the last kick of the first half. He's thrown it towards the centre. Just a bit more head tennis going on. The referee's given Sunderland a free kick, actually. So if Sunderland could end up making something of this quick enough. Although, actually, hang on. I don't know if the referee's going to let this free kick be taken. No, I don't. The players are just walking and strolling. I thought they were just going to walk to the changing rooms. But no, he's going to let this free kick go on. So if we can play this right, we could potentially go 2-0 up here. But let's see what happens. Sunderland in no hurry to take this, which you can understand, because this will probably be if the game isn't stopped as soon as it's taken, it's going to be stopped as soon as a couple of seconds after this is taken. Denver Hume's cut the ball forward, free kick forward into the box, and it's straight into Michael Cooper's hands. And that is half-time. Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 1.
Just can I quickly go on the chat, because Steve M73 says we actually have playing for us Rod Stewart, Neil Diamond, and Grace Jones. There you go. Stephen McIntosh says Neil Diamond is an 8-year-old. We need youth for next season. And also Jeff Holcroft says my mate is a Coventry fan. He said he was a good shot stopper, but let in the odd fumble. Speaking of the odd fumble, I do want to say a massive happy birthday to my wife, Karen. It's her birthday. She's
God.
47 today and looking absolutely stunning. And because it's her birthday, there may be the odd fumble going on in here as well.
Anyway,
Happy birthday.
There could be kids watching this, so let's just keep this PG, please.
So, well, over to you, Jack.
In the studio.
In the studio.
There we go, in the end. Yeah, lads, I mean, I guess that a good place to start, really, Michael, is a very good performance, very good first half, a lot more intensity, it seems. We've got the goal. We're doing well already, Michael. It seems to be a completely different Sunderland to what we saw in our last game.
Yeah, I agree. I think, well, obviously I can't comment. 2-0 Lincoln. That's going to make the top two race a bit more interesting. But regardless, I think that the performance has definitely been good. I think, like I said, I think Jack Diamond for me has been our best player. But as a collective, it's been quite good. We've obviously got lucky one or two times when Plymouth should have scored. But on the whole, I think we've been the better side quite comfortably. I think Sunderland have pressed Plymouth into the mistakes. And again, if we continue this up, we should theoretically get the 3 points. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Very well taken goal from Ross Stewart. And Lyndon Gooch did very well to time the run of the pass that got Stewart away through on goal in the first place. So if we can keep this up, apparently Plymouth tend to be not as good second half, but in our luck that might end up changing. Hopefully Plymouth aren't as good second half, and we can hopefully put them to the sword a bit, because I think there's definitely, if we continue what we're doing, we should win this and should win it comfortably. But that's if we continue the rate we're going at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just seems.
I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, no worries. I think there seems to be a higher intensity there at the moment. I've given Scown a lot of criticism, but I think he's done quite well doing the industrious work. He's kept the ball well. He hasn't given it away as many times. Power seems to be dictating things quite a lot from deep, and then our front three as well. I mean, Diamond, he's been a great threat, especially out on that right hand side, running at defenders, running in behind. He's been a great outlet and created a few things here and there. Gooch, of course, was so important to that goal. A great ball up the line. He also worked to keep with that other shot from distance. It just proves that Gooch can do it. He's a frustrating player. He's inconsistent. He doesn't always perform greatly, but he's got those ability to have those moments in him. Jones as well, adding that pace on the left-hand side, probably the most quiet of the three, playing behind Stewart. And Stewart, again, I mean, he's came at a day a lot. I know a lot of fans don't like him. A lot of fans would have rather seen Charlie White. We don't know if he's injured or not, but Stewart's been given his chance today due to whatever circumstances there are. And I think he's taken it really, a very well taken goal, a good finish, a fairly standard routine one, but not an easy shot, especially from that angle when the keeper's coming out at you. But overall, he's been a good physical presence. Philly, we haven't really got much to complain about, have we already?
Absolutely not. I think they've been superb. It's, we haven't had a performance like this for, 10, 12 games easily, where, even that period where we was getting the results, we were grinding them out, but the performances weren't that good. Whereas we actually look sharp. We look fitter and faster. And I agree with what Michael was saying about Diamond. Diamond looks brilliant, but so does Gooch. I think Gooch has been all right. To be honest, it's hard to knock any of them, really. I mean, Plymouth had that chance where they should have scored.
Yeah.
But even so, this is not. I can't see this staying at 1-0. There's more goals for us here. We've already hit the post and been unlucky. Like I say, their goalie's made a cracking save. But as well, good save from Lee Burge when he was called upon. You can't knock it. It's been a good all-round team performance at the moment. First half, I hope it doesn't change second half. Just more of the same. Jack in the studio.
Back in the studios. Exactly. I think if we can just keep that intensity there and manage whatever it is Plymouth do. I mean, apparently they tend to drop off in the second half anyway. I think they've grown into the game slightly as it's went on, not largely, but as the game's on, they look slightly better just to have a little bit more control at it. A bit period, about 5-10 minutes, kind of in the middle of the first half, which where I thought they probably was their best time. I think that's when they had that chance when I mean, they should have scored, but their player just slashed it. But I think that was just an example that, you know, we can still be prone to the odd error defensively, but we haven't really been exposed much today because I think we've covered ourselves very well. And I think the word I would use to describe it is just an increased intensity. The last few games we've just seen a bit lackluster, second to everything, not much extra effort. Whereas today we're first to the second balls. We're in their faces early. When we have the ball, it always seems to be an abundance of options. And I'm not really sure what causes that. Maybe it's the system. Maybe the players are just moving a lot more. And then when Plymouth have the ball and they're passing between themselves defensively, we're getting at them, and we aren't giving them time on the ball. Anyway, Michael's back, but Philly, do you want to quickly jump on the live chat and say what's happening on there?
I shall, but before you go, you're saying about us looking sharper than we have been. Do you not think that is though? I mean, we've got, you know, Hume, McLaughlin, Diamond, you know, people, Stewart there, people who've not played as many games, you know, coming back, just maybe a bit fresher, possibly, something like that.
Motivated as well. But when you dropped out of the squad for a while, or not even dropping it to someone else, I mean, Wyke's form's kept Ross Stewart out, but he's been given his chance there. And when things like that happen, you know, you've got to go out and earn your slot in the team. And it's the same with Conor McLaughlin, who's been kept out the side as well. So I think it's a fair point, maybe the likes of the players who've came in today who haven't been playing much recently, they've got more motivation now because they're playing for their own space. But I can see you wanting, Michael. I'm going to pop off, lads, just for 1 minute.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to get another drink in a moment. But regardless, I do agree with what Jack's saying. I do think that you have to keep players on their toes. You have to keep them fresh. I'm just looking at the other scores. But yeah, you have to keep them fresh and just make sure that if say Wyke and McGee need one slight plus of them not being involved in today's game, obviously it's another week fresh. And obviously, even if they're not involved against Northampton, they've had a couple of weeks where they haven't played games by the time the playoffs come around. So it's definitely an opportunity there. It's definitely an opportunity there to, you know, get players' fitness up and to sort of just get other players' fitness up and just keep competition high in the squad, without doubt.
Right, fair dues. On the chat, LF6 Gaming says having Max Power back in midfield has made the difference for him. You know, fair play.
By the way, Phil, to interrupt you. But Portsmouth are 3-1 up at Wimbledon, in case you're interested, as you might see on the screen.
Sorry, Michael. I was just going to go through the scores in League One anyway. So as it stands at the moment, Accrington 0, Charlton 0. Wimbledon went 1-0 up against Portsmouth, but it's now Wimbledon 1, Portsmouth 3. Bristol Rovers 0, Crewe Alexandra 1, which will please our Crewe fan who we have watching today. Burton 0, Gillingham 1. It is Fleetwood 0, MK Dons 0. Hull 2, Wigan 1. Northampton losing at home 1-0 to Blackpool, which is a good result for us. Although I think if we can get these three points today, that should see us cement our playoff place. Peterborough against Lincoln, second place still isn't decided yet, and it's Peterborough 0, Lincoln 2. So well, you just don't know.
Back in a moment.
Of course, Plymouth 0, Sunderland 1. Rochdale are getting beat 1-0 at home to Doncaster. Oxford were winning 1-0 at Shrewsbury. It is now Shrewsbury 2, Oxford United 1, and it is Swindon 0, Ipswich Town 1. 220 people watching the live stream, which is brilliant. We've got 146 likes. We like to try and hit 200 by the end of a live stream. It'll take you a second to do so. Just hit the thumbs up. Give us a like there. If you're watching on a mobile device and you have the live chat open, just close that down. You'll see the thumbs up. Just hit that and we'll see if we can get ourselves up to 200 likes. And don't forget, of course, if you're watching and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, it's free to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button and that will help us out immensely. Jack, you confident? What was your score prediction?
Well, my score prediction was 1-1, but I wasn't expecting us to come out the blocks like we have, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to say we're going to win 2-0.
Whoa! No.
Look, if we win 2-0,
no.
if we
No.
look, listen. If we win 2-0, right, I will more than happily say my prediction was wrong. But I'm making a secondary prediction.
No.
As of right now, we're gonna win 2-0.
No, that's not how it works. I'll give you my prediction at half time when I've seen how we're playing.
Philly, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have in the past previously given score predictions after the game was finished. Yes?
Never. Me, of course not.
Every
What are
week
you
on the
saying
Sunday
then?
bunch. Every week on the Sunday bunch. Yeah. Well, I predicted 1-1, so I was right.
Right. So, well, I'll tell you what then. So, if it finishes 1-1, you're not going to claim that was your prediction. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, I can say that was my initial prediction. It's not going to finish 1-1 because we're going to come out with the same intensity. We're going to do it again, and we're going to get another goal. We're going to earn our way into the playoffs. We're going to have good form. We're going to go to Northampton. We're going to beat Northampton. We're going to get whoever we're going to get in the playoffs, smash them, get into the final, and go up, basically.
Oh, I love it when you talk like that. Just very quickly, by the way, we are live, which means the live chat is available. It's free to use the live chat, but we do also have a super chat activated. So if you want to purchase a super chat or a super sticker, that would be very kind of you. And all proceeds go to help us grow the channel as quickly and as fast as we can to bring you better, improved content. I haven't got a clue what Michael's doing. He keeps going across his camera and backwards again. I just don't know. I don't know what's happening.
You know, you're going about the improved content. I mean, is this not a prime example? I mean, you're getting to see behind the scenes of what Michael Bowers gets up to day to day. I'm expecting at some point just like pick his device up and start walking around his house, just putting some toast in and things. We could have done with this on against. Who was against? Was it Blackpool when the game was just absolutely awful?
Oh, it was absolutely dreadful.
At half time, we started getting Dino to make his bed, just to have something to talk about. I mean, Ian B just put on the chat there, Michael doing his half time warm ups. I mean, you never know, might get a shout. You never know.
Right. Yeah. LF6 Gaming says, Philly, you've done that all season, so give Jack a break. So he's sort of confirming what we were saying. My wife, Karen, whose birthday it is today, 47 and looking absolutely stunning, says, yeah,
Looks 21 still.
Oh, well, yeah, Phil, you're full of, and some sort of emoji, whatever that means. And he's back. Michael, have you done your warm-up? Have you done your stretches?
Yeah, I'm more than ready to go.
On the rooftop shouting out.
Hey, boom.
Yeah, Jeff Holcroft is saying Bowers is wiring in his disco lights. And they're ready, Michael, to be activated.
Well, okay, hold on.
Oh, here we go.
He's
getting
up
the house.
Here we go. What's he doing?
Hey,
there we go.
I'm off.
And Michael
no, you got to get him back. Hey, I'm back on. Back on. Oh.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll get them on. I'll tell you what. I'll get them on again if we score. If we go 2-0 up, I'll get them on again.
Oh, what a treat that'll be! Joe, Michael, I'm looking.
And by the way, I'm just going to make the rules very clear. We have to go 2-0 up to do that. It can't be 1-1 then 2-1 Sunderland or anything like that. It has to be 2-0 Sunderland.
It's not going to go to 1-1, man. Don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry.
Okay,
in all seriousness, I think provided we can come out with the same intensity and doesn't drop and we don't get complacent in the second half and we still form in the way we have been in the first half, I don't see any reason why we end up dropping points from this game. I think if we come out the second half, maybe a bit more lethargic, a little bit less intensity, then I can see us dropping off a bit. But I think, to be honest with you, until that happens, I've got full confidence that we are going to go on and get a good result from this game. And there's maybe been a bit fickle after all the criticism as of late, but hey-ho. The lads are back out, getting themselves back out on the grass anyway. I think I'm going to do the first 15 minutes of commentary for the second half. Michael, you did the last 15, didn't you?
Well, you do the next 15, I'll do the 15 after that, which is 60 to 75, and then you finish off.
Yes, I think that's what Jack said.
Yes, that's sound with me.
Well, then there we go. Well, it's definitely no doubt about it now.
That's sour me, Michael. As Sunderland are back out on the pitch, Plymouth are making their way back out as well. I think just a note as well, is Plymouth Stadium being sorted? Because the last time we played at Plymouth, half of the stadium was just a building site.
Yes, it was. It was this side where the cameras. That was a new stand they were building, but I don't know. I've not taken notes, but we'll have a look in the second half down at Home Park, Plymouth. Yes,
just very quickly, lads. Before the second half start, I think there's a sub for Sunderland. There's a player that's standing right next to what looks like one of the head coaches or whoever. So I think Conor McLaughlin. Yeah, Conor McLaughlin's off, and I think Callum McFadzean's on. I think I saw number 24. Oh, Carl Winchester. Sorry, my mistake. I think Carl Winchester's coming on.
Why would you take Conor McLaughlin from putting power at right back?
It might
be an injury though. We don't know.
So he might have.
Right, that's if it's for injury purposes, then fair enough. But I don't.
Yeah, are you going back to? Are you going back to your 1-1 prediction now, then, Jack?
Yeah, no. In fact, it's even worse. Plymouth are going to score 5 now. All down.
Okay, and then we're going to score 6 and then win. What is it? 7-5. There you go.
Well, you said 3-2, Michael. So
yeah, it could be on. Could be on.
So anyway, Carl Winchester coming on for Conor McLaughlin. Max Power moving into right back as Carl Winchester goes on in centre midfield. I mean, I think if it's for injury purposes, then fair enough. But you've got to keep players fit for the playoffs. That's what we'll say. Anyway, Sunderland back in play now. Ball finds Ross Stewart out on the left-hand side. Knocks it back to Jordan Jones on the touchline. Jones cutting inside. Right-footed ball at the box. Headed away by the Plymouth defender. Jones is first to answer it again. Knocks it into the path of Denver Hume, who runs between two Plymouth defenders. Puts a ball in the box. Unable to find anyone. Cleared over the top of the bar by number 27, Plymouth left-back. Bit of a shaky moment there. Looked as if I could have went in. I thought we could have been an own goal beckoning. But yes, Phil.
Do you want to refresh your stream? You're quite a way behind us, I think, on that.
Am I? Yeah.
Shall I do the commentary while Jack's doing that then?
Yes, go on then, Michael.
Okay, anyway, so Sunderland have took the corner short. Now it's with Lyndon Gooch on the left-hand side.
I've got it.
He's taking the ball back towards Jordan Jones, and it's been cleared out for a Sunderland throw-in. Are you caught up, Jack?
Yeah, Sunderland throwing now on the left-hand side. I think Lyndon Gooch is going over to take it, although he's dropped the ball for Jordan Jones. He's going to drop the ball for Denver Hume. Who would have thought it? Denver Hume to take this throw-in then. Got a few options. Got Jones, Gooch and Scowen all short. Hume short to Jordan Jones, who tries to turn Edwards, but Edwards sees the ball out of play very professionally and out for a goal kick to Plymouth Argyle. And that's. I mean, Michael, what do you think of that substitution? I've gave my thoughts.
Personally, I'm not as negative about it. I think that it depends. If Conor McLaughlin's, we've got to remember he's only just come back from injury, and maybe he was only just barely match fit, and in that case we can't overexert him too much because we've got a lack of options as it is. So I mean, the system's not going to change, is it? You know, if Power just slots to right back, Winchester slots in the midfield, so I don't see as much of an issue there personally.
Yeah, I mean, I like Winchester. I think he's a tidy player. It's more that Power getting shifted out of right back. I just think Conor McLaughlin's a far better defender, far better option, a square peg and a square hole, which I'm not always in favour of, but I just think Power's been exposed the odd time a little bit here and there defensively. McLaughlin's just more solid, I think, as a right back overall there. And Power's done well in the midfield, I think, today. So I like Winchester. It's not Winchester. It's Conor McLaughlin, really.
We'll play Carl Winchester at right back then. How's that?
Oh, Michael, you're starting to complicate things far too much. Anyway, Scowen switches the ball to the right-hand side. A decent ball over. Oh, well, no, it wasn't. Ball couldn't get captured. So I saw Scowen play a pass that looked relatively accurate, and I got my hopes up. But throw it to Plymouth on the left-hand side, then number 27 to take. Looks as if he's going to send it up the line, which he does do. Power wins the header out for a throw-in again to Plymouth, just a few yards up the line this time. Then number 27 to take as well, again, I should say. Getting ready to take this one. Takes it in his stride, throws it up the line. Carl Winchester wins the header down into Ross Stewart, who does well to slip it in at the path of Jack Diamond, who tries to go between two or three players. He's been taken down and wins a Free kick to Sunderland. They did make his way into the box, but I think the referee had already blown. And to be fair, a free kick might be preferable to advantage in that situation. Anyway, Michael, another good bit of work from Jack Diamond there. So the referee shows the Plymouth defender a yellow card. Show what he can do again today.
I agree. This is exactly why I've given him man of the match so far. I mean, obviously, there's still another over 40 minutes left to go in this game. 45, you include that in time, really. But he's just ran at them all afternoon. And I think Plymouth, and I think he's had Lord, Plymouth's left back. I think he's had him on toast, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah. I mean, a good opportunity to work something as well here, Phil, isn't it? A decent area to put a cross into.
Definitely. I mean, a decent cross, and Stewart, nice and tall, bang. Straight in, 2-0, happy days. Jack ruins your prediction of 1-1,
No,
which you tried to change.
I've got a revised prediction of 2-0.
Yeah, well, Michael doesn't know about that because Michael was doing his was warming up at the time. Anyway,
Devin Hume and Jordan Jones stood over this free kick about 20 yards from goal, where you touch over towards the right-hand side. Hume feigns, Jones crosses it in, headed goalwards, went over everyone, including Ross Stewart, actually flicked on by, I think that was 09, sent out for a goal kick then. I think they were looking for Stewart at the back post, looked as if it had been worked on the training ground. Yes, it was. Looked that way anyway. Stewart ran straight towards the back post, 09 flicked it into that area, but Stewart wasn't able to pick up anything. Pick up anything, went over his head really. Goal kick to be taken now by the goalkeeper in his full yellow kit. Ball gets sent over towards their left or right hand side. Winchester's header goes right up in the air, wins it again. Out for a Plymouth, I think, throwing this time. Not entirely sure what's happening. I think the referee might have given a free kick. I think I'm not entirely sure. Actually, didn't hear his whistle blow, but yes, Max Power to take this one. Offside free kick it was actually, indirect free kick. Sends it long up the line to Ross Stewart, who takes it down, knocks it back to Jack Diamond, over to Carl Winchester. Now it finds Josh Scowen in the centre. Denver Hume on the left-hand side now, whips a decent ball in the box. Keeper punches it, Winchester with the header again, but caught by the goalkeeper, and Plymouth are back in play. Yes, it was an offside free kick because the referee put his arm up in the air for a blue whistle. So there you go. If you ever wonder what that's about, it's when it's an offside free kick. Plymouth have the ball on the right-hand side now. Edwards, number 8, coming up our right-hand side, slips it into the path of the lad just ahead of him, who knocks it back to a player who came up the pitch. Now it's with their number 18, who spreads it over to the other centre midfielder, goes forward now to number 10 towards the left-hand side, coming inside now. Switches the play, intervened there well by Denver Hume, who skips away, running with the ball now, coming down the left-hand side, foul in the process there. Free kick to Sunderland, just inside own half on the left-hand side again. Hume just breaking away, showing what he can do. Good bit of burst of pace there, change of speed really, and Plymouth couldn't cope with it really. They've just fouled him in the process of doing so. Free kick has been taken already. Hume knocked it back to 09. He's got the ball back now. Denver Hume spreads it into Lyndon Gooch. Touches it out to John Jones out on the left-hand side. Now Ross Stewart's in the box. Jones tries to put a low drilled cross in. Defended well by Plymouth there as Edwards comes away with the ball at right back. Knocks it back to one of his defensive partners. Goes infield now. Lyndon Gooch puts a foot in well. Finds Jordan Jones back to Denver Hume. Now it finds Jordan Jones out on the left-hand side running at Edwards. Jones making his way into the box. Shot is blocked. Falls to Carl Winchester on the edge. Shot. Low driven just wide of the post.
Oh, God.
Billy, just something I want to point out here. We've now played about 7.5 minutes of the second half, but we haven't seemed to drop off. We've seemed to keep the intensity there.
Yeah, definitely. We're still pressing. We've got to be careful. I think Plymouth have come out better this second half than they did in the first half. I think they're trying to have a go, but no, we're still hanging in there. Back to you in the studio, Jack.
Yes, bit of head tennis going on there as Winchester knocks it forward. Stewart chased it, but only 24 for Plymouth could pick it up. He's shielding the ball now. Stewart does well to knock him down there. Throw it into Sunderland on the right-hand side then. Diamond short to Max Power, who hooks it forward, looking for the run of Ross Stewart, who's trying to use his physicality, but gives away a foul in the process of doing so. Free kick at Plymouth.
Very quickly, Jack. It's Peterborough 0, Lincoln 3, 3-0 up there. And Leighton Jordan, our friend who comes down the five-a-side, says happy birthday to Dino. And SAFC, lads, have a word. Terry has sunk 8 Carlings and is now turning into Boris Johnson talking about Brexit and road tax.
That is so Terry. That's so Terry.
He's nuts. Michael, like you so well said, that is so Terry. It's what you'd expect. Watching a game of football, doing a watch along, commentating, saying what's happening.
Imagine Terry just sort of going, well, here we go. I'm not going to talk about the game. I'm going to talk about Boris Johnson and Brexit. That literally beat Terry all over.
Was that a Terry impression there, Michael?
Well, it was intended to be a Terry. It was intended to be a
all
Terry
right,
impression.
okay. Oh, yeah,
well, the intention was there. Sunderland with a free kick anyway. Jordan Jones hit this on about 35, 40 yards from goal, quite far, really, quite deep in, only just in Plymouth's half, really. He could look at digging towards the box, see if it would get ahead on this. He's got a few options. He could play it short. Anyway, Jones delivers it into the box, right foot ball. I couldn't quite find one. Ball bounces down and it's cleared away towards our left-hand side. Oh, no, it's not. Towards the centre. Denver Hume just about got ahead and it goes back to Lee Burge, who punts it long. Bailey Wright finds himself out in the left wing area now, wins a header, sends it forward, looking for Ross Stewart, couldn't quite find him, but Scowen has the ball in the centre. He's dispossessed by their central midfielder for Plymouth, who plays it to one of his teammates. Ball goes out towards the left-hand side now. Running at max power, Carl Winchester intervenes, does well from behind there, sends it out for a Plymouth throw in. If you are just joining us, we are 55 minutes and 14 seconds into this game. Plymouth Argyle 0, Sunderland 1, Ross Stewart for Sunderland taking the lead, assisted by Lyndon Gooch. Ball out on Plymouth's left-hand side, our right then. Lyndon Gooch standing up his man very well there. Plenty of red and white shirts and green shirts over in the corner flag area. Ball makes its way into the box. Bailey Wright clears it then. Out for a throw into Plymouth. It should be taken by their number 27. Bit of lack of movement from both teams. There it is. I was going to do the classic line of, well, I would go and ask you for the comments, Phil. We're back and play by the time he's taken. Anyway, Max Power now trying to defend the ball. He does well to win it back and feeds into Jack Diamond. Ball still kept in now. Plymouth have the ball back on our right-hand side there. Left ball going back towards the Plymouth goal. Ross Stewart nearly intervened a pass there. But Plymouth now switch the ball out towards the right-hand side. Denver Hume wins the header though. Josh Scowen there to get the second ball off their number 20. He got the first touch on it. Sending out for a Plymouth throw-in on their right-hand side, which Edwards, their player of the season, number 8. George Dobson's former central midfield partner when he was at Walsall, to take this one then. There's a bit of information from you. I'm becoming the new Stattle. Goes towards the box. Ball goes all the way through. Max Power knocks it back to Lee Burge, who sends it long, looking for the head of Ross Stewart, who is able to win the header, but no one's able to support him and win the second ball. Their number 27 spreads it out towards the left-hand side of their number 10 now. Jack Diamond standing them up, goes back to their number 27, who's going to put a cross into the box. Their number 9 couldn't quite control it. Bailey Wright heads it away slightly. Max Power chests it, hooks it forward. Headed centrally now towards their number 18 in the middle. Coming towards the right-hand side. Now he plays it at Edwards. Jordan Jones is standing up, goes infield now to their number 28. Stewart coming deep to try and win the ball. Goes over to their number 24. Now it's with 27 at left back. Ball gets sent up the line and out wide on the left-hand side. Now skips past Max Power, coming at the box, delivered low, and nothing comes of it. Cleared away by a Sunderland defender. But the referee's blown for something anyway. I think it was out for a goal kick. Anyway, Phil, any live chats?
Daniel Jenks says to Michael, that Terry impression will make the end of season SAFC Fan TV montage alongside Dino getting pied. That was disappearing in that invisibility cloak, which made Dino go into stitches. So it could well be. Nathan Rain says, Hull and Lincoln for automatics. In his opinion, Lincoln have a game in hand as well. But I mean, it's big ask if Lincoln can pull that off now. But who knows? Back in play, Jack.
Yes, Jordan Jones out on the right-hand side, then trying to get the ball moving, but ball ran out of play, out for a Plymouth Argyle throw on the left-hand side. Then number 27 at left-back to take this one then. Trying to send it up the line, which he does do. Cleared over towards the right-hand side now, where Edwards chest sit down, cleverly taken, now sends it into the right path for him to run into, over to their number 28, I think that is, on the right-hand side, back to number 18 in the middle, over towards the left centre-back now. Ross Stewart goes over to chase, over towards number 27, the left-back, who hooks it up the line, flicked on by Bailey Wright, taken down very well by Carl Winchester, passes it over to Jordan Jones, I think that is. Oh, no, it was Lyndon Gooch, sorry, who loses the ball. Ball coming down our right-hand side now. Luke O'Nine stands between number 9 and the goal. He's managed to show him away, Luke O'Nine. Ball goes back towards the left-back area, and then number 10 cutting inside from the left. Josh Scowen couldn't quite intervene now, and number 8 picks the ball up. Edwards sends it back to 18. Infield now to 28, whose touch wasn't brilliant there. Got away from him. Scowen passes it to Jordan Jones, who gives it away. Carl Winchester's there to answer the one. Despite missing the ball the first time, he's able to pick it up again and send it over towards Stewart, who nearly kept it in, couldn't quite do so. Out for a Plymouth Argyle throw-in on the right-hand side, which is taken quickly to their number 28, knocked back to the right centre-back. Then number 2, I'll be handing over to Michael any second now. In fact, Michael, do you want to take over now for the next 15?
Yeah, I might as well. Okay, Bailey Wright's headed the ball back in towards Plymouth's half again. Mears just passed. Mears now got the ball, passed it back, and now it's Forner. They're passing it back towards Opoku. Now it's with Watts. Forner just keeping the hold of the ball just before the halfway line. He's got the ball into Sunderland's half here. The ball just bounced off Niall Ennis. Sunderland are still standing firm though. There's Chris Kamaro's not so relative. Now he's passed it back towards Joe Edwards. He's standing up against Denver Hume. Denver Hume blocks the cross quite well, but it comes back out to Kamara. Now it comes back out to Connor Grant, who's going to pass it back towards Ryan Laws at left back. He's trying to get through, but well done for Jack Diamond, has managed to stand him up and has won Sunderland possession again. Lyndon Gooch has passed it towards Jordan Jones. Now that Ryan Laws at left back is out of position, Jordan Jones could attack him, and it looks like Jordan Jones, he was trying to go for a free kick off, I believe, number 2, that was Kellen Watts, but he hasn't managed to win the free kick. Anyway, Plymouth are now attacking down their left, our right-hand side, as of course Plymouth are going from left to right in the second half. Back to Powers trying to stand up the inevitable cross. He's passed it back to Connor Grant, puts a cross into the box, which is over everybody, but he's managed to find, well, I can tell you who that is in a moment now, find Edwards on the right-hand side. He's put the ball into the box towards Ennis. Now it's back out towards Kamara, who's going to put a ball into the box, which has gone over everybody and comfortably goes out for a goal kick. Oh, no, it hasn't. Sorry, my mistake. It's a cross from the left-hand side. Bailey Wright's headed it, and now it's going to get out. Now it's out for a Plymouth Argyle throw-in. Phil, any more comments in the live chat?
Not really. People are getting a bit nervous, like, I think, with the
Okay, sorry, Plymouth have got the ball back in play here. Now it's just not far offside Sunderland's penalty area. Now it's to the left-hand side. We're going to look around. Mears going to try and look to put a cross into the box. He's just waiting, biding his time to try and put a cross into the box. Now he's managed to get a through ball that's evaded Jack Diamond, but Bailey Wright has done well to clear that, but only as far as the left-hand side again. Connor Grant puts the ball into the box. It's been headed, and it's a goal. Yet another game without a clean sheet, lads. Joe Edwards has just headed it in near the far post. We've got to sort this clean sheet thing out, otherwise we haven't got hope of winning the playoffs at all. Cross came in from the left-hand side. I've got to be honest, I'm blaming Denver Hume for that. Switched off, ball watched rather than look at who was behind him. But there you go. It's Plymouth Argyle 1, Sunderland 1. Embarrassingly, we haven't kept a clean sheet now since beating Bristol Rovers 1-0 at the end of March. Thoughts on the goal, lads?
I think it was. I think Plymouth have come out better this second half, and I've had little spells where they've been pressing. So, just typical Sunderland. Jack, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think I said earlier on, I think the second half we came out with that same intensity. We didn't drop off, but I think Plymouth came out with an increased intensity as well. And as a result, they've been a little bit more dominant than they were in the second half than they were in the first half. They've saw a little bit more of the ball, a bit more possession in the final third. I wouldn't say it's been coming, but they've probably been, they've been knocking on the door the last kind of 5-10 minutes-ish a little bit. But I think Mike has a fair point about Denver Hume. I don't want to dig him out too much, but I think he just switched on. He wasn't really positioned.
Hang on, there's going to be a chance here for Sunderland. Sorry, no, it's nothing's given. Sorry, quick, go on, Jack, finish up.
Yeah, Denver Hume wasn't really aware of the players in and around him, which when you're defending in a situation like that.
There's a free kick for, I think there's a free kick to Sunderland just outside the penalty area here. Yeah. I'll quick. Oh, hang on, it's a second yellow.
He's off.
That means who is it? Jerome Opoku for Plymouth has been sent off. So Sunderland are now facing the game, which we are now. Plymouth are now down to 10 men. It was a tackle. Against Ross Stewart, right in front of the penalty box, and Sunderland have a free kick, which obviously earned Opoku a second yellow. Sorry, Jack, go on.
I was going to say, which now means that my 2-1 Sunderland win prediction could well be on the cards then. We'll see what can happen there. No, but
you're doing a Philly here. Just change your predictions depending on what the game happens, what's happening in the game.
Yeah, just very quickly. Sorry, Jack, just very quickly.
I think you just be a bit more aware. Anyway, go on, Phil. I was finished already.
Right, Peterborough have pulled a goal back. It's Peterborough 1, Lincoln 3. So they only need a point there, I think, and that would a point
would get Peterborough automatic promotion. Yeah, Jack Diamond is coming off, and here's Chris Maguire. Chris Maguire is coming on. I know. When I've said I want Chris Maguire on the pitch, it's round about now he should be getting brought on when he's got time to impact the game. So anyway, there's a free kick to Sunderland just outside the penalty area, and there's about 3 or 4 Sunderland players standing over this. Maguire's got his hands on the ball. Sorry, Jack?
Just as he went off, and I know we've said it a few times, I think we just need to point out that Jack Diamond has an absolutely excellent game today, especially in the first half. Constantly causing problems, constantly an outlet. He's a great athlete, great pace, running at Plymouth defenders, causing lots of problems. And he's had a great game today for me and earned his shirt in the next game, I think, really. So he's had a great game, but I was surprised to see Chris Maguire on.
Here we go, Chris Maguire's going to stand over the free kick. He's going to take it, and it's been saved. And it's going to be headed out for a Sunderland corner. Oh, okay then. Sorry, Jack, quickly finish your point before the corner's taken.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Chris Maguire come on. Surprised that he has. I just want to say Jack Diamond's been excellent, really. But Chris Maguire coming on. I mean, I'm surprised because I don't think Johnson likes him or rates him. But to be fair to Johnson, he's 65 minutes. That's 25 minutes of the 90 and whatever added time. That's definitely enough time to make an impact on the game. So I'm glad he's done that, and hopefully get some minutes up his legs for the playoffs where. We've seen before, because Maguire's been a vital player in the playoffs. Go back to our first season in League One, the only goal across 2 games. Hopefully, get the minutes into his legs, and he could be a good impact for us. But as well, he could even win us the game. He's got that ability in games like this.
Yeah, it definitely has. Go on, Phil.
Right, just quickly on the chat. Tony Lee, friend of the show, says pathetic. I think he might be referring to Dino's performance in our 5-a-side game on Monday, or it could be referring to Sunderland. I'm not quite sure because that refers to both things anyway. Daniel Jenks says we have the extra man, but quantity is not everything. Karen says similar, apparently. And STFC says every time Bowers commentates, his sex appeal gives the opposition a goal. Well, I don't know.
It seems that, doesn't it? Yeah.
And also Denim 13 says, can we get CONRAD back on the channel? All this poor form started when he left.
Yes.
Listen,
that's a very good point. CONRAD, if you're watching, you're letting the side down. Get back on the channel now.
Yeah, we would love CONRAD to come back, and anytime he feels he wants to, he is more than welcome back.
Even
on
if
this
he just
channel.
comes back for a month loan for the playoffs, if he helps us get promoted, then he's all is forgiven.
All right, then you're going to sack him off, are you, Michael? Well, that's very good of you.
I know, exactly. He knows how much I'm
right. We've got a corner.
Anyway, Sunderland took the corner. Jordan Jones' corner from the left-hand side. Sunderland headed at the back post. Is it going to go in? No, it's gone over the bar.
Oxford have pulled level now, 2-2. They're drawing. With who they're playing? Can't remember.
Shrewsbury away.
There you go. They are playing Shrewsbury away. That is correct.
Okay, then anyway.
Yeah.
So this is Michael Cooper still for Plymouth. So obviously Plymouth. So it's Plymouth 1, Sunderland 1. If you've just joined us, but Plymouth are down to 10 men. Sorry,
Michael. It's a wonderful name. Saying that goalkeeper's got a wonderful first name.
It's such a sexy name, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, Plymouth have got hold of the ball, left-hand side. They're just keeping hold of it at the minute, but it's gone towards Bailey Wright. Like I said, we Philly call me. We'll discuss terms. I love that. Oh, Conrad's got a good sense of humour. Anyway, it's just pretty much scrappy in the middle of the park at the moment, but Sunderland have managed to come away with the ball. Now, Josh Gowan's got it. He's passed it towards the left-hand side towards Denver Hume, but Joe Edwards has managed to dispossess him, and he's won Plymouth a throw-in, I believe. So anyway, Phil, more comments quickly?
Yeah, Adam said, Adam French, Conrad, come back, bring your Vader helmet as well. And Conrad has commented, says he'd like us to discuss terms. All right, we'll discuss terms, whatever that means. Yes, you can have a free tea and a glass and oranges at halftime. Right, back to you.
Anything extra?
Yeah.
Anything extra?
Ball back in play here. Sunderland have the ball towards the right-hand side. Well, no, it's not the right-hand side. It's the right-hand side. Chris Maguire's passed it to Max Power. He passed it back to Carl Winchester. Back across the pitch in the centre circle where Luke O'Nien has took hold of possession. He's getting the ball forward here as Plymouth, and there's a possibility Plymouth are going to sell. Good ball through. Demi Humes on the left-hand side, but he's been dispossessed by number 4 for Plymouth. I actually don't know who's come on for Plymouth anyway. I can't be bothered to find out. That shows laziness on my part. Denver Humes over the throw-in on the left-hand side. So just over 20 minutes to go. Denver Hume's just waiting for an option here. Josh Gowan's managed to get the ball, pass it back to Denver Hume, back to Josh Gowan, who's in a crossing position here, but he doesn't look like he's going to take it. He's passed it back on the left-hand, still on the left-hand side to Jordan Jones, who puts the ball into the box. Plymouth have managed to head it out. As far though as Max Power, Luke O'Nien, Denver Hume, left-hand side still Plymouth 1, Sunderland 1, but Plymouth are down to 10 men with 20 minutes to go. Jones crossed from the left into the box, and it's been headed clear. Denver Hume's now got hold of the ball. He's skinned his man. He's gone past one man. He's gone past two. But a header in the box from Carl Winchester is over the bar. Jack, is there any more? Actually, here's one. Is there any other subs you would make with 20 minutes to go and knowing Plymouth are down to 10 men?
I'll just have a quick look at our substitutes. I mean, I'm glad to see Chris Maguire's come on because it's these types of games he can make a great impact in, really. I mean, looking at the rest of them, the only other forward player we've really got is Aidan O'Brien. I probably wouldn't bring him on at the moment. I think we need some cutting edge in the final third. That's not really his game, I don't think. Apart from defenders, it's Grant Ledbetter. I wouldn't want to bring him on because I wouldn't want to change the midfield at the minute. So no, Michael, I wouldn't make any sub for myself at the moment. I'd keep it exactly how it is myself.
Fair enough. Well, just as you finished talking, there was a throw. Went out for a throw into Plymouth. Phil, what about you? Any comments?
I just don't think we look as sharp this half. You know what I mean?
I think we did initially.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes or so, I think we did.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I don't know. It's that typical thing where now. Well, no, I don't know what I'm talking about because I still think there's another goal going to come. So. Over to you.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's to us. Put it that way.
In our respective studios.
Yes. Anyway, speaking of, there's a studio on the pitch at Plymouth where Sunderland are. Luke O'Nien's getting the ball out of defence again. Cross the ball to the left-hand side. And Denver Hume, is he going to reach this? I think it's just going to be ahead of him. Plymouth have defended it fairly well and it's out for a goal kick, which Plymouth are probably going to be in no hurry to take, as per usual with every team in this league. Phil, any more comments quickly? Sorry.
Dale Hurst says needs Sunderland to win for $4,000. Come on, Black Cats. Yes, wow. Dale, definitely. Though to bet on Sunderland, you're a brave.
You're a brave individual.
I need Sunderland to score for my 2-1 prediction to come true.
Right,
no, you do not. Your prediction is spot on at the minute.
Exactly.
Anyway, long ball forward. Bailey Wright's managed to win the header. Sunderland still got it. No, it's yet and yet more head tennis. Ross Stewart's down though, which doesn't look great, and the referee has stopped play. Let's see what's going on here. But Ross Stewart is down on the right-hand side of the pitch in Plymouth's half. So I think there's going to be a bit of a break in play while Ross Stewart gets some treatment. Phil, any more comments? You might as well, because I think we're going to be on this for a minute or two.
Tom Wallace says at the moment it's looking like Blackpool home and then away and then possibly Lincoln at Wembley. So he's already looking to the playoffs. That is if we can make the playoffs, because I still think a point will see us all right anyway. But
in which case, defend for a point.
We need to be winning this game.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Plymouth are a better second half than they have been the first half. Karen tells us that Hull have gone 3-1 up now against Wigan. Chris Law says he'd be cashing out. That's to the 4-grand bet. Michael?
I will point out, because Peterborough are still losing to Lincoln, if my maths is right, Hull win the League One title today. But I could be wrong.
Right, well, look, congratulations to Hull and Peterborough. I mean, they're going to be going up, and I just hope that we're alongside them via the playoffs.
Really hope so.
I don't think my
right, Sunderland. Now we're back in play at last. There's about another minute, and I'll be handing over to Jack for the final. Well, what's probably going to be the final 20 minutes now if we include added time. Anyway, Carl Winchester's passed the ball to the left. Luke O'Nine's at left back position at the moment. Passed it back to Bailey Wright. There's Conrad's favourite saying. That's more persuasion for him to come back. Anyway, Max Power's on the ball. Chris Maguire's going to receive it. He's managed to keep hold of possession. There's no options with him though. But he's passed it towards the centre where Josh Gowan has took hold of possession. Denver Hume's gone quite far forward because I can't see there's Denver Hume. Luke O'Nine's going to try and go on the overlap. Denver Hume was fouled. There's an advantage here. Luke O'Nine's on the left-hand side. He's in the penalty area. It's going to be a cross into the box. Oh, Stewart headed onto the ball. Oh, it should have been. And then Denver Hume had a shot on the edge of the area. It's back out to Ross Stewart on the left-hand side. Not giving us offside anyway. Jordan Jones has still got the ball on the left-hand side of the penalty box. He's passed it towards Josh Gowan. Chris Maguire's at the back post ready to try to receive the ball. Max Power's got hold of possession, but Plymouth have forced us back. And now Denver Hume's managed to get hold of possession again. It's with Jordan Jones standing up his man. He's going to try and get past him, I think. He's managed to half get past him, ball into the box, but it's been comfortably dealt with by Plymouth. And Josh Gowan's just trying to force them into giving away a throw-in, which I think he might have succeeded. No, he hasn't. But Sunderland have got possession again. Luke O'Nine. Now it's back with Max Power. Chris Maguire's on the right-hand side, but Power's kept the ball central. He's now dinked it towards the left-hand side, and I think that is going to be Jordan Jones trying to win the header, and I think it's gone out for a Plymouth Argyle goal kick. Anyway, Jack, I'll hand over to you after Phil's.
Yeah, just very quickly, Michael. I don't know. I know it's Karen's birthday, and I don't know if she's got the beers through there or whatever, but she's put a score on a Peterborough 2, Wigan 3. So I haven't got a clue. I'm going to go and take the bottle of wine off her. Sorry, Michael, back to you.
No, that's fine. I'm handing over to Jack anyway. It's his turn for the rest of the commentary.
Well, here we are, everyone. 76 minutes. Go on, Phil.
Sorry, we scored when Jack was commentating, by the way. So there you go.
It's Peterborough 2, Lincoln 3 now is what it is, by the way. Is what you meant.
Anyway, we're just about to get back and play now. 76 minutes, 24 seconds on the clock. Plymouth Argyle 1, Sunderland 1. Plymouth are throwing on the left-hand side. Their number 27 is due to take after a goal kick was taken. Ball goes up the line then. Good foot in there. Carl Winchester finds the ball. Now it's over to Max Power, who passes it over to Luke O'Nine. Hume carrying it forward, sends it up the line. Good header by the Plymouth Argyle defender, taken down by another Plymouth player. It was Edwards who sends it long out for a Sunderland, throwing it on the left-hand side, which Luke O'Nine takes, getting right up close to the linesman there, getting nice and cosy with him as he was taking that. As Wright knocks it over to Power. Now it's with Carl Winchester back to Max Power at right back since half-time. Power over to Chris Maguire on the right-hand side, just over the halfway line. Maguire keeps the ball in, comes back inside and back to Bailey Wright, over to Luke O'Nine, who carries the ball over the halfway line, sends out with Jordan Jones on the left-hand side. Jones into Josh Scowen. Scowen in Bailey Wright, right in the centre of the pitch. Now it's with Carl Winchester, who finds Max Power on the right-hand side. Someone just passing it between our defensive midfield at the moment really is Winchester, finds Gucci, went down. Maguire picked up the loose ball. Maguire sends it into the box. Stewart's headers went goalwards. Scowen couldn't quite get on the end of it, and Plymouth come away with the ball. Hume putting the pressure on, though. Plymouth cleared up the line. Only as far as Luke O'Nine, who's there to answer, and he sends it into Jordan Jones, who comes inside now. He could pass it off to somebody, passes it off to Scowen. Ball spread over Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Ball in the box. Couldn't quite find anyone. Can Plymouth get it hooked away? Not quite. Ball goes over towards the right-hand side, but only out for a Sunderland throw-in out on the left-hand side. Denver Hume to take this one then. 78 minutes, 22 seconds, gone. Hume short of Jones. Back to Denver Hume. Jones. Looking to come inside now. He passes it to Max Power. Power. Over to Jordan Jones. Look, O'Nine's made a dart and run forward into the box. He's slowed down a bit though. Jones over to Denver Hume, trying to get a crossing now. He's in a wide area. Hume, heavy ball in. Stewart went down the box. Nothing given. Hooked away by the Plymouth defender for his Sunderland corner.
Jack, do you know that referee then, was that not a penalty, do you not think?
Not for me to comment on, Phil. You ask us this all the time.
All right, fair enough. Corner. I mean, bear in mind, we're playing against 10 men as well, you know. We need a goal here. Corner.
Yes. Chris Maguire to take this corner on the right-hand side. Now he's going to be an outswinger. Left arm goes up, swings into the box, headed away by Edwards, hooked on as well. Again, only as far as Denver Hume in the centre circle. He passes it over towards Jordan Jones out on the left-hand side. Now it finds Lyndon Gooch. Jones on the overlap. Gooch coming inside into the box now. He's evaded a bit pressure. Still got the ball. He's killed a bit of momentum though. Gooch, decent ball in the box, headed away. Only as far as Chris Maguire on the right-hand side, who's coming slightly centrally, dinks it into the box, into the danger area, goes past everyone, and Jordan Jones just couldn't quite keep the ball back in there to keep the attack alive. Out for a Plymouth Argyle goal kick, 79 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock. Plymouth Argyle 1, Sunderland 1. The goalkeeper getting ready to take this goal kick. Michael, are you confident we're going to nick a goal and get 3 points, or do you reckon it's going to be 1-1?
Well, hopefully our decision-making improves in the final third. We're going to have to keep putting pressure on them. And obviously their defence is going to be even more likely. You'd like to think now they've got a man disadvantage, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, ball went over towards our right-hand side. It was couldn't be kept quite in by the Plymouth player. Ball goes back to Bailey Wright. Now it finds Josh Scowen, who finds Jordan Jones. Jones running through the centre, knocks it over to Luke O'Nien. Now it finds Denver Hume out on the left-hand side, but the ball ran out of play, out for a Plymouth Argyle throw-in. Edwards to take this one.
Just very quickly, Jack Accrington attained the lead against Charlton 1-0. Blackpool are now 2-0 up at Northampton, so good scores, really.
Yeah, throw-in goes up the line from Edwards. Number 19 takes it down, plays it back to Edwards. Jones intervenes well there, only out for a Plymouth throw-in on the right-hand side, just inside their own half. Edwards to take this throw-in then. Ball goes up the line. Luke O'Nien wins the header. Bit of head tennis going on again then. Denver Hume heading forward, number 18, taken by number 28. Luke O'Nien heads it back to Lee Burge, who throws it over to Max Power. Power into Carl Winchester. Now it's with Chris Maguire, who tries to dink it forward. Winchester chests it down, couldn't quite do much with it. Now it finds Lyndon Gooch out on the right-hand side. Gooch does well to keep the ball now coming into the box. He's been taken down. The referee blows him and gives a free kick. For Sunderland, not free kick, I think, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, was he outside? It's a penalty.
I think he was, to be fair.
Is he put at the spot?
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
The linesman must have the linesman must have done it though, because the referee pointed out his arm as if to indicate free kick. But yeah, it looks like the linesman must have been the one to give it.
Well, I thought it was inside the area. So when you were saying outside, I thought, have I seen something different?
I think that's out.
Well, I think that's
in.
in.
Complain, by the way, but it looks like
I think it's in.
You're the referee of the group. What, in your opinion, is that a penalty?
Which is the specific reason, Michael, why I'm not allowed to comment. And if I did I wouldn't be allowed to referee games.
Okay, then.
Come on, son.
Honestly, I wish I could, but it's something you do when you do your refereeing course. I'm
going to ask you off air then, put it that way.
Well, I could give you an answer then, but it's just it's a respect thing, really. It's not meant to comment on other officials.
Okay, fair enough then.
Right,
I mean,
come
I've
on
been
then.
there
Let's see. if
myself.
we
Come
get
on,
one.
Maguire.
Anyway, so Sunderland have a penalty then. We thought it was a free kick initially, but it is now a penalty for Sunderland. Chris Maguire take this one from 12 yards. The goalkeeper's putting his gloves on. I don't know why they were taken off exactly. So Chris Maguire from 12 yards, the man who hasn't had much luck under Lee Johnson, not being given many minutes, but he's got his opportunity now to make the difference. It is currently 1-1, 83 minutes, 39 seconds.
Get in! Come on!
10 yards, scores for Sunderland, sends it into the top left corner, and Sunderland are back in front. It is Plymouth Argyle 1, Sunderland 2. Michael, he rocketed that one in the back of the net, didn't he?
Definitely.
Yeah, Michael with the spoiler.
Yeah, just a bit. Well, either way, it's a match. It's a potential match winner, so I can't contain it, unfortunately. Very good penalty, very accurate, very into the far left corner, and hopefully that's at the very least the winner.
Yes, Phil. I mean, making a goalkeeper substitution now. But anyway, Phil, Sunderland back in front now. Happy going at the last 5-6 minutes. We're going to win now.
Yeah, well, we're against 10 men, aren't we? But I can see where you're coming from for that penalty. I mean, he started fouling him probably outside the area.
Hey, I'm not complaining, but there you go.
Carried on inside, but soon as the linesman flagged, that was it. It was, So anyway, penalty. Yeah. You're not going to complain. Back in front. Get this. This'll cement our playoff place. Should hang on now. Back in play, Jack.
Yeah, we're back in play now. Ball gets sent long. Lyndon Gooch takes it down. He's in the right back position at the moment. So Sunderland get a free kick. Yeah, well, I think the referee actually initially gave a free kick. He went over the linesman. The linesman said, no, it's a penalty. I mean, it was a tough one. It was close. Like whichever way it's given, it's tough. But Sunderland have taken the free kick. Maybe it's about time we had some luck. Put it that way. As Lee Burge takes it short. Now the ball finds Josh Scowen in the centre. Jordan Jones over to Josh Scowen. Brings the ball over the halfway line, finds Denver Hume. Now it's with Luke O'Nien, Chris Maguire, who knocks it back to Bailey Wright. Over to Max Power now. Carl Winchester. Back at Bailey Wright. Over to Max Power, back to Lee Burge. Burge over to Luke O'Nien. Now it finds Josh Scowen, who plays it into Carl Winchester. Back to Josh Scowen now. Scowen, right-footed ball over to Chris Maguire. Winchester, left-footed pass over to Max Power at right back. Chris Maguire has the ball deep now over to Bailey Wright. Sunderland just keeping the ball really quite comfortably as Josh Scowen has it in our own half over the halfway line to Denver Hume. Back into our own half with Luke O'Nien over to Bailey Wright now. But I don't mind this because we're 2-1 up with a few minutes left. And Bailey Wright just knocks the ball over Max Power, who lets the ball run out of play because Ross Stewart is down injured. But Phil, I can see you wanting in.
Yeah, just if it stays as it is now, that's us confirmed our playoff place. So it doesn't really matter going into the last game if it stays how it is. So all good. It'd be nice to get the win. Nice to get a win though. Next Sunday, get a bit of momentum ready for the playoffs. So just very quickly, 300 people now watching the live stream. Thank you to you for that. We've got 175 likes. We like to try and hit 200 on our live stream. Just hit the thumbs up. It'll take you a second to do that. And if you're watching on a mobile device and you have the live chat open, just close the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and that'd be very much appreciated. Let's see if we can get that up to 200. Down to 10 men, 3 minutes left plus injury time. It's just a case of keeping the ball now and not doing anything silly. Yeah.
Well, speaking of keeping the ball, a man who tends to be quite decent, that is Grant Lepper, who's been substituted on for Josh Scowen, and Ross Stewart has came off for Aidan O'Brien as well. So with 87 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock, Sunderland made 2 changes. There is Lepper on the ball back there. Bailey Wright over to Luke O'Nien. Lepper darts over towards the other side of the pitch, looking to pick the ball up now, which he does do from Denver Hume. Sends the ball up the line, looking for Jordan Jones, who takes the ball down. Well, unfortunately, the Plymouth player got in the way, but he's got it back now. Coming at the box, Jordan Jones sends it centrally. Maguire's touch was sent goalwards. It falls to Carl Winchester on the edge, who couldn't quite do much with it. Then number 15 has the ball now towards the right-hand side. Ball goes over towards their number 8 as Chris Aguirre put a foot in there, just fouled their number 8, Edwards, on the right-hand side. Plymouth free kick, then on the right-hand side, quite far away from the goal, probably halfway between the halfway line and the goal. Michael, you happy with those 2 substitutions then?
Certainly to try and kill it. Go on, Phil. Go on.
Sorry, I just want to quickly jump in. Dale Hurst says his 4 grand winnings are going to go to the bone cancer charity in Bolton. So nice gesture. Thanks very much, Dale. Providing we can still win. Well done.
Well, if Sunderland can win, then they're doing a great service there then. Anyway, Michael, I'll accompany you on those substitutions in just a minute, but obviously we're back in play. Nothing really happened as a result of that free kick. The ball gets cleared only as far as their number 18, who dinks it back towards the box. Lee Burge catches the ball there, goes down. Well taken there from Lee Burge. Sunderland's number 1 throws out a Max Power at right back, who looks to take the ball forward now, dinks it up the line, looking for the run of Aidan O'Brien, who he couldn't quite find there. Number 2 sends it out for a throw-in on the right-hand side to Sunderland, which I'm sure will saunter over to take this. Anyway, Michael, Ledbetter and O'Brien coming off, Scowen and Ross Stewart coming, Ledbetter and O'Brien coming on, them 2 coming off. How do you feel about that?
I think it's probably the right subs to make. I think especially Ledbetter, just because Plymouth obviously now have to go forward, so just try and break up the play in the middle and just control the game as we could reach the conclusion of it.
Yeah, Philly, I'll come to you in just a minute, but we're back in play now as Jordan Jones spreads it over to Denver Hume. 89 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock. Sunderland down the left-hand side. Denver Hume crosses it in, headed away by a Plymouth defender. Ledbetter knocks it over to Lyndon Gooch out on the right-hand side. Gooch up against his man. He's got Ledbetter just inside of him, who he finds. Ledbetter over to Max Power at right back. We've went over 90 minutes. I don't know how much out of time's been shown. Our media team haven't put it up on the screen yet. As Luke O'Neill knocks it over to Bailey Wright. Now it's Grant Ledbetter back to Bailey Wright. 5 minutes of added time. We've played 20 seconds of them. Just keep the ball, lads. Speaking of that, Max Power knocks it over to Luke O'Neill. Now it's with Denver Hume. Back to Luke O'Neill. Over to Bailey Wright. Can I just point out as well, we are only 1 like away from 200. We've got over 300 people watching the stream. If you haven't already, please do give us a like and subscribe. It's free to do both of those things. Really appreciate if we get 200 likes. And as well, subscribe. We'll hit 6,000 subscribers today. Massive thank you for that as well. It doesn't cost you anything, and you won't miss any of our future watch-alongs or anything else we do on the channel if you do subscribe. But we are back in play now. Aidan O'Brien now with the ball in their half. Spreads it over to Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side. He's got Ledbetter on the overlap. Gooch twisting and turning. Low shot, saved by the keeper. Denver Hume puts it in the back of the net, and it's Sunderland 3rd goal. I thought there was a disallowed or something there, but no, it's been given. So Sunderland are now 2 goals in front. Denver Hume converting close range. Michael, thoughts on that goal?
I was with you. I thought it was going to get disallowed because I was looking for the celebrations of the players to check whether it was going to be allowed or not. Denver Hume was just completely unmarked, wasn't he? That's just, simple finish. But hey, the bigger the results, the better the confidence will be, hopefully.
Yes, well, there you go, Philly. 3-1 up now. It's in the bag, isn't it?
Definitely. Just carry on because I'm trying to update the score, and I'm not.
Well, that's fine. Well, just to point out, I did say Sunderland would score 3 goals in my prediction, so I'm claiming that.
Hang on. You said 3.
No, Phil. No. You don't change the rules just to suit yourself. Come on.
Well, I did say I wouldn't be surprised if we were to score 3 and end up conceding 1. So,
okay, sure you
to
did.
be honest, I said 3. I said 3-1 at the start, didn't I? So there you go.
Did you?
I'm sure.
Sure you did, Phil. Sure you did.
We'll run it back and have a look.
Anyway, I mean, I'll go and watch that back later. As O'Neill has the ball now, pass it over to Max Power. The ball rolls just under his foot, sends it up the line. Lyndon Gooch takes it down. Over to Bailey Wright now. It finds Luke O'Neill. We've got a super chat, by the way. Thank you to Colin Major for the £20 who says, there you go, Karen. Thank you for that, Colin Major, first and foremost. And that will really help us out on the channel, looking to make better content. All the super chats go towards that. So a massive thank you, Colin, for that money. It is, of course, free to use the live chat. We just want to point out, reiterate, as always, if you do want to get yourselves in on that, it's free to do that. But the super chat is there if you would like to donate. So massive thank you, Colin. That will really help us out. But we're back in play now on the left-hand side. Max Powell looking to see this one out of play. Yes, he does. Out for a goal kick. Philly, I'll come back to you. We're now just less than 2 minutes left of the 95. 3-1 up. It's in the bag, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was happy for them to just sit back, but they just felt going and getting another goal there, and now it's looks like they're going for a fourth, which I hope they don't, because we haven't got a graphic for 4 goals.
A good thread of ball to Chris Maguire. Ian O'Brien has the ball on the right hand side. He was cutting in. Well intervened there by the Plymouth defender.
Can I quickly jump in as well? Because Anthony FC says Mrs. Philly punching above his weight. Apparently, she's punching above her weight. Well, maybe not. She's stunning my weight. There you go. Charlton have equalised.
Oh well, we're getting. I'm not bothered with the results now. We've confirmed our playoff spot. That's all that matters. Header won by the Plymouth midfielder there from their goal kick, but in the process of doing so, did give away a foul. So it's a free kick to Sunderland just inside our own half. Grant Lebanon to take, knocks it short to max power.
Can I quickly jump in?
Line.
Sorry, Jack.
Go on, Phil.
Peterborough have equalised against Lincoln. It's 3-3.
Right. I'm not sure
that means Peterborough are automatically promoted.
Yeah.
Oh, have they? Oh, well, congratulations to Peterborough on that then. I mean, there's not really much to comment on the game now. We've got 25 seconds left, and we're just passing between ourselves at the back, really. Denver Hume, the third goal scorer, into Jordan Jones, back to Denver Hume. Now it's with Luke O'Nien, who finds Bailey Wright. 13 seconds to go now. 94 minutes, 50 seconds played. Power puts it forward into Grant Ledbetter, who turns back and threads it into Chris Maguire in the end, over to Max Power on the right-hand side. Can someone get forward one more time, potentially? Out to Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side, knocks it back to Grant Ledbetter. Now it's with Chris Maguire, over to Lyndon Gooch on the right-hand side in the final third. Back to Grant Ledbetter. Switches the play to Luke O'Nien in the centre circle. Now threads it over to Denver Hume on the left-hand side. Hume trying to get forward for Sunderland. And the referee blows his full-time whistle. It's finished. Plymouth Argyle 1. Sunderland 3. Sunderland with our first.
We've won a game.
And we have now confirmed that we are finished. We've finished in the playoff spots. We've got a chance of going up. Philly, I can see you wanting in.
Can I just quickly say that Peterborough's equaliser was a Clark Harris penalty in the 96th minute. Wow. And that's
what a way to seal promotion.
Yeah, that's enough. They've drawn the game now, so that's Hull going up and Peterborough second. Congratulations to them too. Well done. I hope we're joining you via the playoffs. Sorry, Jack, back to you.
No problem. I mean, congratulations to Peterborough on automatic promotion. Would have loved it being us, but obviously we didn't do it in the end. But congratulations to Peterborough on their promotion at the Championship. Been a long time coming, I think, really. They've bottled it a few times, but they've got there in the end. Congratulations, Michael. I can see you're wanting in now.
Yes, that result, Lincoln have a game in hand, but that result puts us back up to third, in case anyone's interested in this. But as everyone has already confirmed, we are now in the playoffs, which means we can go into that Northampton game, just try and experiment different things, try and get a bit of momentum going. But yeah, like you said, Well done to Peterborough. In that fashion, that's incredible. That'll be remembered for a long time.
Yes, but we are, of course, now going to quickly end the stream. We're going to very quickly jump onto the review, about 10 minutes long, just give our thoughts on the game. But if you haven't already and you are new here, please do, first and foremost, like the video. We've got 221 likes. If you haven't already, please give us a like. Massively appreciate it. It is free to do, so it really helps out. If you're watching on a mobile device, you might need to pause your live chat first. And we did hit 6,000 subscribers today. Massive thank you for that. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. You won't miss any of our future watch-alongs or anything else we do on the channel. So thank you for that. But we're going to leave it there, lads. We're going to get a crack on with the review now. So from myself, Jack Dodds, from Philly, and from Michael Bowles, thank you for tuning in today. Stay safe, take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.